Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022 final stage. My name is Selvin, and I'll be your host and the commentator for today. We've had some amazing rounds for the past 4 months. We've had four monthly qualifiers, which were open to all the players throughout India, to all the FIFA talents throughout India from November, December, January, and February. And now we are down to the final rounds, that is in April 2022. The AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022 is now at its final stage. We have to talk about a lot of games, we have to talk about a lot of players, but just before that, I am going to go ahead and let you know a glimpse about this event and a glimpse about the players that you can see thanks to the video that's coming up next. Well, you've just seen some epic goals, some epic gameplay, some epic moments of FIFA, and I am going to promise you that you're going to see a lot of these when we are going to be tuning into our games. Today's first game is going to be between Charanjot Singh and Naveen Hari, those two of the heavyweights of the Indian FIFA scene. Charanjot Singh, of course, needs no introduction, has been a member of the Indian football E Nations team, or the E Nations Tigers as we know them, has been the number one ranked player in India for a while, possibly considered to be the greatest player of all time when it comes to Indian FIFA. He has won, I think, around 10 national titles. You've heard it right, 10 national titles. He has been to an EA event thanks to the broadcast team of EA, where he finished, I think, third in the West Asia region as well. Naveen Haridos, on the other hand, recently making super headlines thanks to the EISL, which concluded recently, where he was the MVP, the most valuable player, and also the winner with his favorite, with his hometown Chennai and FC. A lot of players have been waiting to see this match to be happening, and today is going to be the day that we're going to see Charanjot Singh versus Naveen Haridos in the next few minutes. I think the game is going to start pretty soon. I am going to be giving an update about it. But in the meanwhile, for all the viewers who are here, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to go ahead and follow us on Twitch if you haven't already. As you can see, Charanjot Singh and Naveen Haridos, both of them with their poses are very confident, and I'm sure their gameplay is going to be as confident as their poses were. And it's going to be something very crazy in store because both these players are experienced. They've performed under pressure multiple times for themselves, for their organizations, for their country, and both these players right now in top form. But the beauty of this game is that you can only go ahead and have one winner. Just to let the audience know, this is going to be two legs, home and away. There are no away goals rule. In case it becomes a draw on aggregate, if it is 3-3 on aggregate or 4-4 on aggregate, we go into the third game, which will only have a goal and goal. The first player to score a goal wins. As long as we did not get a goal, we go ahead with the game. With the first player to get the goal wins, and that is the way to decide the result of the match. So once again, there is no home and away goals rule. If the first two games are a draw, we go into the third game after 90 minutes. If the first game is won by Charanjot, for example, by 2 goals to 0, and the second game is won by Naveen, for example, by 4 goals to 2, the aggregate becomes 4-4. We still go into the third game without looking at the away goals rule. Y'all can go ahead and let me know your predictions in the chat for this game between Charanjot and Naveen. I mean, from what I have seen, from the video that we saw just now, from the form that these two guys are in, I'm expecting a high scoring classic. But knowing what's on line here, I'm pretty sure nobody would like to risk it, at least in the first leg. Just to let you all know, along with Charanjot Singh and Naveen Haridos, we will also be having a simultaneous game between Sagnik Banerjee and Akshat Khandelwal. Of course, that will not be streamed since we cannot stream two games at the same time. But then these two upper bracket semi-finals will be happening simultaneously, and I'll be giving you the updates for both of them. Our main focus is going to be in the game between Charanjot Singh and Naveen Haridos. Both these players quite experienced. Both these players know what it takes to be at the top of the Indian FIFA scene. Both these players have played in multiple tournaments. They've played against each other. They've played like at this stage wherein they've been in the semi-finals, they've been in the finals consistently, and I think only time will tell as to who's going to go ahead and win today's games. Of course, the one who loses will still have a chance because we still have the lower brackets to be played, and the winner, of course, goes directly into the finals of the upper brackets, and the loser of the game will go ahead and have another chance. The game will be starting anytime soon. Is the update that I'm getting from them. Charanjot Singh versus Naveen Haridos. Let me know your predictions in the chat as well. In case you haven't followed us, make sure to follow us on Twitch right away. For everyone who's going ahead and who wants to know more about these tournaments, for everyone who would like to know more about how can they be a part of these tournaments, of these qualifiers, make sure to follow Indian Football on Instagram. You will find the links and all the bracket details out there in the description and in the chat. And I think we can go ahead and take a look at the teams as well. Charanjot and Naveen, of course, are going to be playing. Here we go. Charanjot's team, CJ1210. Jude Bellingham up on top. Johan Cruyff. Ronaldo, the R9 from Brazil, Zinedine Zidane, Mbappe, Hullet, Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, and there's Maldini, there's Hakimi, Van der Sar. Looks like a pretty strong team. And look at the bench, of course. He has Pele, he has CR7, he has Messi, De Bruyne, Eusebio, Neymar. He has everything to make sure that he goes ahead and gets the most of this squad that he has. And we are going to head into the game very soon. Both of them trying to connect. You can see Chennai and FC already waiting. 95, 94, 87 versus 90, 94, 88. But these for now are just numbers. And this is going to be an epic game for sure. Naveen will be playing in the EA Sports black kit as per Charanjot's Liverpool kit that he set. And I think only time will tell as to what happens in this game. But if you are here, go ahead and make sure that you let us know the predictions for this game. I can see a lot of people already tuning in for this game. This is going to be a big game. Go ahead and invite your friends to watch this classic of a game that's going to happen between Charan Jot and Naveen. As of now, it says no stats available, but at the end of the two legs, I think the only stats that we're going to be looking at would be the final score after two legs, if needed, a golden goal. But yeah, welcome in Darvesh, another participant who's there in this tournament. Welcome in Dhiren. Make sure to invite your other friends as well. And we are up and ready for the kickoff. Charan Jot playing in the Liverpool kit once again. Naveen is playing in the white kit. Zidane goes ahead and passes the ball out wide. Ruben Diaz to Mbappe, who's playing a very different position. But with Charan Jot, we always know that this man can experiment and always get his experiments right. Cancelo passes it back to Zidane. Some pretty decent gameplay right now. No risks being taken. No extra intent of trying to press hard or get the ball back or let those spaces open up. Yes, Charanjot, you cannot give him so much space. You cannot give him so much option with the ball because he can just make sure that he makes you dance to his tunes, which is what he's doing right now. Of course, Naveen and Charanjot, I've said this multiple times, both of them are very confident, and this is a sign of a confident player winning the ball back in a very dangerous position, and that is 3 versus 3. Ronaldo for Naveen right now. Passes it to Eusebio, who gives it back to Zidane, slows the game down, hold it back to Eusebio, gives it to Pele. Now this is a very contrast of a team, and that is an absolute mountain of a tackle by a mountain of a defender for Charanjot to make sure that the score stays at 0-0. Bellingham passes it on to R9, who finds room on the flank for Cancelo, who's going to try and pass it into Zidane. He's going to find another pass, maybe one more. R9 twisting, turning, takes a shot, 1-0. R9, the original Ronaldo, putting Charanjot Singh in front. 10 minutes gone. Wow, what a start to this game. Who would have expected Charanjot to go ahead and score the first goal so easily in the first 10 minutes? But just as we expected with regards to high intensity, we've got the game, we've got the goal that we were looking for. Charanjot Singh 1, Naveen Haridos 0. Still a lot to play for. Let's see how Naveen would respond to this one. He's going to try and attack right away from the wings. Well dealt with by Cancelo, who gives it back to Van der Sar, to Diaz, to Maldini. And now he's going to regroup his team. Make sure that he does not invite the press from Naveen and go ahead and play it right from the back. He's now got the ball again with R9, who had a great goal, of course, with that relay skill. Gives it back to Zidane, who I think had the assist for the goal. I may be wrong on this one because he had too many passes out there. Here's Zidane, tried to find R9, but realized that Charanjot has cut that passing option, and that is not some great defending by Charanjot. You are not going to listen to me say that often, but here is Mbappe on his preferred right wing, has a chance to try and cut it inside, chooses to pass it to Ronaldo, who now gives it to Zinedine Zidane. Hullet has the ball in the preferred area where he likes to create those spaces at the edge of the box. Well defended, well read by Charanjot, but he's lost the ball again. Now here's Ronaldo, who has a great chance. Eusebio, is he going to take a shot? No, it's not going to take a shot. It's going to fall to Pele, but it is going to be safe in Edwin van der Sar's grabs, who's gone ahead and given the ball back. There is no moment, there's no time for me to breathe either. I cannot imagine how these guys must be playing this game right now. Just to remind you all, it is the AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022 final round. This is the upper bracket semi-final. The winner goes into the upper bracket final, and the loser of this game will still have another chance in the lower bracket semis. But right now, both of these players are for sure gonna focus on winning this game. Charanjot Singh has the start that he was looking for. He's got the goal. He is not conceded from kickoff, but Naveen can never count it out. Right now, of course, he is the player in form. He's been the MVP, the most valuable player in the EISL. The winner, of course, with Chennai and FC, received an amazingly great welcome when he went back home. Absolutely deserved for winning an amazing tournament, like 3 or 4 months of hard work and dedication. But right now is what matters is he going to get that goal to get level in this game? Pele has that in mind, but Diaz with a beautiful block. Ronaldo R9 has the ball again. Eusebio going in. That should be 1-1. It is 1-1. Great composure shown by Naveen to make it all square. 31 is gone in the game. The first half of the two legs that we played. Charanjot Singh won. R9 scoring for him. Naveen Haridos won. Eusebio scoring for him. Two legends of this game. Two of the greatest forwards in FIFA Ultimate Team. Two of the greatest forwards in the history of the sport. Making sure that they are scoring for two of the greatest players in the Indian FIFA scene currently, and possibly two players who would be remembered forever in the Indian FIFA scene. But right now, Charanjot Singh has only one intention, and that is to score the next goal. Look at him trying to get in the box with absolute ease. Here's Zidane at the edge of the box, makes space for Ronaldo, who's going to try and hopefully cut it in, but Marquinhos had other ideas. Zidane back to Marquinhos, plays it to Van der Sar. Both these players opting for Edwin van der Sar, and that is a great choice, of course. I mean, Van der Sar in his prime is a great player, but Naveen has made a mistake. If it turns out to be fatal, I think he's going to be kicking himself. But Ruben Diaz goes ahead and gets the ball back, and the danger has been averted. Marquinhos plays it back to Hakimi, who's now played it to Zidane. Here is Ronaldo, who's now passed the ball to Mbappe, who's dangerous on that right wing. He's going to try and cut it back early, but Maldini and Charanjot reading it right in time. Here goes Hakimi, who passes it on to Hullet, and Zidane now passes it to Bellingham, who's now played to Ronaldo. And that move, which was going really well with regards to the fluid movement in possession of Charanjot, has been cut out very easily by Naveen, who's now got a chance of himself because Eusebio is in here, who's going to chip it, but Van der Sar with that height advantage makes sure that the chance is absolutely wasted by Naveen, all thanks to some great moments. And here we go with regards to Ronaldo taking the shot again, and Van der Sar has now gone ahead and made another big save out here. So Naveen has made a great comeback into this game. He's looked more deadly now, especially after scoring that first goal. He could have had at least one more, if not two more, if not for Charanjot's goalkeeper movement and Charanjot's Van der Sar. We now are up into the first half of the first leg. It's all square right now. I think Charanjot is going to show us the stats of his players and of the opponents as well. I mean, Ronaldo, as you can see, has a goal, and Ruud Gullit was the one who actually gave him the assist. And on the other end, of course, Eusebio scored a mad goal, which went ahead and made this 1-1. We still have 20 seconds to go before the second half starts. Guys, if you are watching this one, make sure to let me know what were your thoughts about that first half, your thoughts about the goal. In case you know you have your friends who play FIFA, this is possibly the game of the season between two heavyweights of the Indian FIFA scene and possibly two of the most informed players in India right now. The second half kicks us off. Naveen has kicked us off with that white kit. 1-1 is the score, and now we are back. Who's going to score the next goal? I clearly do not know what's going to happen in this game, but what I know is there are more goals that are going to come up, and that for sure is going to be a promise. It is two legs of FIFA. There are no away goal rules. In case it's a draw after the two legs, after 90 minutes of two legs, we're going to go into the third game, but only for a golden goal. But I am pretty sure, looking at the way these guys are playing, we are going to see a result at the end of the second leg, at the end of the 90. Here's Ronaldo making that brilliant space. But Charanjot Singh, again, there's a reason he's one of the best players and the top ranked player in India, making sure that he already anticipated that move. I mean, of course, these players have played against each other multiple times. They've seen each other play against different opponents. I think they know each other's gameplay inside out, which is why a lot of attacks are getting cancelled out. One of the best things that I like about them, they're playing some simple FIFA, and as Johan Cruyff said, playing simple football is very tough, and that's what these guys are doing. A simple lofted through ball. I do not know if it's onside, but if it is, that's going to be 2-1. And speaking about Johan Cruyff, he is the one who goes ahead and scores it to make it 2-1 to Charanjot. He took 10 minutes to score in the first half. He's taken 10 minutes to score in the second half. And after 10 minutes in the second half, that's 55 in-game minutes, is Charanjot Singh 2, Naveen Haridos 1. But I am pretty sure we're not done yet, at least for this leg. Both these players capable of scoring at least two more goals, and that's what both of them would have in mind. Naveen has lost the ball. Charanjot trying to regroup right from the back, making sure he gets that extra space in defense, calling out Naveen's defense, inviting a little pressure so that he can get those little gaps, because I know that Charanjot is capable of making a huge difference with those little gaps that he gets. And right now Charanjot has given away a throw-in. Naveen has the ball, not in a very dangerous position, but this is a game of FIFA, and with a player of Naveen's caliber, it takes hardly 10 seconds to get the ball in the danger situation. But he's lost the ball right now, and Charanjot has the ball, and this is danger situation for Naveen. Mbappe on the left wing for Charanjot. He's going to try and see, is that going to be a finesse coming in? Is that going to be a skill move? He's entered the box with ease. He still has the ball, nowhere to go. He has limited options, and I think the ball has gone out for a throw-in. Yes, that is what has happened. Marquinhos plays the ball to Hakimi. Naveen now has to think about his strategy. He needs to get the ball inside Charanjot's penalty box and has to invite some pressure and make sure that Charanjot hopefully does not stick to his defensive game plan or goes ahead and makes a mistake. But Charanjot so overpowering in defense right now. Those interceptions have been on point. I think the only time he messed up with his interceptions was when he conceded the goal and when he gave away the ball, but Van der Sar was there to bail him out. But right now, Charanjot passes it to Hullet, who got the assist for the first goal. Ronaldo, a goal and an assist already. Here's Zidane, who's been possibly there in every build-up that Charanjot has been having, along with this man, Ruud Hullet, who now passes it to Bellingham. Surprisingly, I was very surprised to see him in the lineup, but I think he's proved his worth for sure. Zidane now inside the box. Is that going to be a cutback opportunity? I think it is going to be, but that is well read by Hakimi and by Naveen. But that is being given away very cheaply. The ball is now back with Zidane. R9 has the ball. He is going to possibly take a shot, but that's a last-minute clutch tackle or a clutch block with his right foot. Hullet coming in handy for Naveen to now try and do something with this. Here is Pele. It's right now a 3 versus 3, and that is some bad decision making, something that I thought I would never say for Naveen in this game. But I think that's what pressure can do to the best of us as well. Johan Cruyff now with the ball, and he's going to pass it back to Hullet. This has been an end-to-end game for sure, and Naveen for sure knows that he's going to get some more chances in this game, but he will have to be a little more clinical with them. Of course, against a player like Charanjot, you may get only one or two chances, and you may have to make the most of it if you need to get a result from the game. Naveen, of course, is capable of creating and scoring more, and right now Charanjot is showing everything that he is capable of by absolutely moving the ball around with amazing intent. But here's Ronaldo. He's going to try and pass the ball to Eusebio, who is onside. Van der Sar is already in front. Hakimi is too quick for Eusebio, and that is well intercepted. I for sure thought that's going to be a goal. Maybe if not for Charanjot, if Naveen was playing against a player who was at a different level than Charanjot, that could have been a goal for sure. He had a very clear chance, and here is Eusebio, and that is well intercepted once again. It's been 30 back-to-back minutes of action after the second goal went in, and Charanjot or Naveen know that a one-goal lead against a top player is never sufficient. and that's what both of them have in mind. Charanjot for sure would like an extra goal to give him some breathing space going into the second leg. And Naveen, of course, right now, the first thing he's thinking of is going to be to try and take this game into the second leg with a draw. Here's Zidane now, who's won the ball back thanks to Charanjot's mistake. There's a lot of space in his defense, but Charanjot, of course, knows how to defend in these situations, and that was an absolutely delightful tackle to win the ball back. But the ball is now again with Naveen, who is trying to hopefully pass the ball around. But as I say, he's lost the ball, and Charanjot may now have the final attack. Here is R9. Both of them have not made a change in this game so far. I don't think Charanjot needed that change, or Naveen for that matter, because everything was going as per plan. And as I say that, things may have not gone as per plan for Charanjot. He's given the ball away, and this time Naveen is going to get that final attack. Pele, he's going to try and pass it back. Is he or is he not? And Cancelo has won the ball back. Hullet trying to get into Naveen's half, and that is going to be that. It's not going to be a throw-in. It's going to be the end of the first leg. My goodness, mate, what a game has this been. End-to-end stuff. Do not just go by the score. Charanjot Singh 2, Naveen Haridos 1. But believe me, the scoreline does not tell you the entire story. At times, stats can be deceiving, just as they were in this game. The game was end to end. Believe me, I was speaking continuously throughout the game because the game did not let me breathe. And I'm sure you guys must be thinking that you need a breather after seeing the game. And Naveen and CJ would also be needing a break. And just to give you all an update, Akshat and Sagnik, the semi-finals between them has been delayed, so we do not have any score updates for them. But right now, as I was speaking about breaks, I'm sure Naveen and CJ would need a breather to start the second game. I'm sure that I need a breather. I'm sure you guys need a breather. Do not go away. We'll be back very soon. Okay, I think guys, Charanjot and Naveen both know that they want to maybe take a breather after they are done with both the legs because they are already ready for the second leg, and I am ready as well. I've had my amount of refreshment. I'm sure you guys may need some refreshment as well, but make sure that you get your snacks, get your drinks, and watch the second leg because this is a game you do not want to miss. The second leg, once again, no away goal rules. It's going to be 2-1 in the favor of Charan Jodh, as you would be able to see, I think, once the scoreboard reflects. Uh, okay, right now you cannot see that, but yes, it is 2-1 in the favor of Charan Jodh after the first leg. We're going in the same kits once again. Charan Jodh, Liverpool kit. Naveen, of course, in the white kit. And right now the score 0-0 is only valid for the second leg. Here's Cruyff, tried to take that finesse, went ahead, cancelled it up. And here is Mbappe now on the left wing. Charanjot, of course, knows the importance of the first goal and the importance of the breathing space. Playing some simple football, trying to penetrate that defense. He's already got the ball in a very dangerous situation. That's well dealt with by the combination of Hakimi and Hullet, which worked multiple times for Naveen. That was very risky by Diaz out there, but he's gone away. He's made sure that he's not in that risk situation right now. Hullet plays it to Zidane, who gets the ball to Ronaldo, who cannot be losing the ball and who's not lost the ball. Plays it back to Eusebio. Ronaldo again on the run, trying to make the most of it. There are a lot of these passes exchanged between these two legends, as they did for Naveen's goal, of course, which was scored by Eusebio. Naveen looks like a player on a mission in this game. He's come all guns blazing. He knows the importance of the first goal and to get the game level. Here is Ronaldo, R9, wearing the number 9, of course, for Hullet, who's now passed it to Pele, wearing number 10. Has to play that number 10 role today for Naveen. I think that's what he'd be hoping for. Here is Eusebio, gets the ball. That's going to be a shot. That's going to be the goal. 2-2 on aggregate, 1-0 in the second leg. Eusebio once again for Naveen. No celebrations, nothing coming. They mean business right in this one, and Eusebio has won the ball back. Whoever scores the next goal is possibly going to be in the top position to go ahead and qualify. Just to let you all know, Charanjot Singh has taken the lead twice in this game. Both times Naveen has had an answer. The last two times when Charanjot scored, he scored 10 minutes after kickoff. This time Naveen went ahead and scored just a little over 10 minutes after kickoff. But that's what he would have wanted to do. It's 2-2 already, and we still have around 75 in-game minutes left. Ronaldo for Naveen, passes it to Eusebio, passes it to Hullet. The three players out of four who had the most of the ball in attack for Naveen's team. Ronaldo, Pele is there in the box. Is he going to find him? Is he going to go ahead with Ronaldo with those elasticos, those skill moves? The answer is CJ now has the ball and has a chance to build up on an attack. Here is Bellingham, plays it to Zidane. Bullet is free. I think that's going to be used. And now here is Cancelo, right from right back. Up there trying to give that extra support and hopefully trying to get that man out, which is what he wanted to do because he wanted to get some of the players out of positions maybe. Hullet now gives it to Zidane, back to Cancelo in that position. Zidane, one more pass. That's going to be one more pass. That's going to be Ronaldo who gets it at the edge of the box. I think he went for that one more pass option, but realized it could have been intercepted. But amazing decision making by Naveen out there, sticking to his instincts and making sure that he cancels out the passing option instead of the shot. And that's worked for him this time. And let's see if this option in attack works for him as well, because Mbappe on the right wing plays it to Ronaldo. Pele in the center has a lot of space. There's only Cancelo with him. Pele is going to take the shot. Charanjot moved the keeper far post, but Pele delayed it by a second to go ahead and put it and bury it in the near post. In fact, for the first time in this game, Naveen Haridos leads, and the aggregate score right now is 3-2. And right away, Charanjot Singh goes ahead and makes those changes. Wow. Amazing, amazing turnaround here. As I was telling you, this is a new game and something new can happen. And that's what Naveen had in store. 25 minutes gone. 2-0 to Naveen already. Charanjot making those changes, getting Messi in, removing Bellingham out, getting De Bruyne in. And I think this is going to be an absolute attack festival right now that's going to happen from Charanjot. He's 2 goals down. Not familiar territory for him. Naveen, of course, showing why he is one of the best players in India and showing exactly why he was the most valuable player and the best individual player at the EISL, which was concluded recently. But Charanjot now has a point to prove. He wants to know the best way to go ahead and build this defense. Here is R9, who loses the ball unfortunately to Hakimi. Zidane to Hullet. Naveen does not want to stop for sure. Eusebio, here is Ronaldo. Eusebio has space and Ronaldo tried to play that ball, but Maldini making sure that he waits for it. Hullet is going to try and get the ball. I think he meant it for Ronaldo, but Ronaldo went offside unfortunately and he had to change the direction. De Bruyne, that's his first touch of the game, plays it to Hullet. Here is Messi as well on the wings. I think he's going to try and get that first touch. No, he's not getting it so early. Hullet versus Hullet. Winner, Naveen Hullet right now, who plays it to Zidane, who has Hullet in front of him, passes it back in defense, does not want to invite unnecessary pressure, does not want to make a fatal error out now. Right, here we go, Mbappe on the right wing. A lot of space, Charanjot playing their attacking game, and that is always a risk. But at times there is no risk without a reward, and this time there is a risk. There is a reward for Naveen once again. Lucky goal, but nothing less than what he has deserved for playing some of his best FIFA. 3-0 in the second leg, which means that is 4-2 to Naveen on aggregate with 36 minutes played, with 55 in-game minutes left. And Charanjot somehow needs the first goal at least to try and get something out of this game. Here is De Bruyne, who has the options to pass to Cruyff, and he's now passed it to Cruyff, who's gone in the box. There is Ronaldo, who's going to twist, turn, but not find Mbappe because Zidane holds his footing very strongly. And oh my goodness, I think I'm gonna fall short of words. I'm gonna fall short of breath because this game has been end to end. They're not wasting time in midfield. It's only attack and attack and attack, and most of the attacks are either getting converted into a goal or they're getting into that almost zone. Here is Ronaldo now, who's lost the ball. Unfortunately, Zidane now passes it to Mbappe, and Charanjot is playing an absolutely attacking formation right now, which, as I was saying, is going to leave a lot of risks when it comes to defense. But Charanjot, of course, is willing to take the risk because I think he trusts his attack. If he can concede three in the first half, he is a player who can score four in the second for sure. And right now, that's the mentality that he needs. That is the plan that he needs because it's going to be the end of the first half. I think after this attack, and that's not going to be a chance for Charanjot. But yes, who would have predicted this? I don't think anyone in the chat would have. This is 3-0 down. CJ is 3-0 down. Naveen Haridos, after losing the first game by 2 goals to 1, is now 3 goals to 0 up in the second leg, which means the aggregate right now. I'm repeating myself again because a lot of you all may not believe it. I am not believing what I'm seeing, but it's aggregate Charanjo 2, Naveen 4 with one half of FIFA left. If things stay this way, Naveen is going to go into the upper bracket final. Charanjot is going to have another chance in the lower bracket. And I'm sure Charanjot already has a game plan in mind to go ahead and attack and go all out with regards to getting those goals. Because to be honest, I think a player like Charanjot knows this. It doesn't matter if he loses by a bigger margin. It doesn't matter. What matters is the victory. Right now, I think there is some technical delay, and that's what it looks like. You lost your connection to your opponent. We'll check the match report to see who won and who lost. So just like y'all, even I am gonna need a clarification on what's gonna be happening next. But from what I know, from what I've seen just now, 45 minutes in game played. We still have 45 in game minutes left. 3-0 is the advantage that Naveen has in the second leg. 4-2 is the advantage that Naveen has overall. We still have 45 in-game minutes left, and I am going to be waiting for a confirmation from the team, of course, with regards to what's going to happen. And thank you so much in the meanwhile for tuning in. But I think right now is the best time for us to go ahead and go into a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, be tuned in because we still have the second half left, and we have the second leg still left between the upper bracket finalists. And do not go anywhere. We'll be back soon. Okay, so welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for your patience and thank you for tuning in. It's going to be one half of FIFA that will be played with the aggregate score of 4-2 in the favor of Naveen. At the end of the half, it's going to be the result which we have been waiting for. Depending on what happens, if it's a draw, there's going to be a golden goal. If it's a victory for Naveen or Charan Jyot, they go ahead and move into the upper bracket finals. It's going to be one half, though, regardless of what happens. Just to give you all a summary and just to give you a recap, in case you all missed it, the first leg ended 2-1 in the favor of Charan Jyot. The second leg had a disconnection at halftime, and it was 3-0 in the favor of Naveen at the end of the 45th minute. And I mean, at the end of the first half. And that's why we have another game happening out here, but it will be played only till halftime. And let's see how this goes. That's once again Naveen playing in the white kit, Charanjot Singh playing in the red Liverpool kit, who has an only attacking intent right now. De Bruyne to Hullet, who's gone ahead and now passed it to Cancelo. Naveen, of course, looks like he wants to play this game a little more defensive than he's been playing in the previous times. Here's Ronaldo inside the box. Well defended by Hakimi, who has now an option for a potential counter. Mbappe free on the right and Pele free on the left. But that is a great block by Maldini, and nothing that went as Naveen planned it to be. The animation did not go in his favor, but just like the past did not this time, here is Mbappe now, who has the ball on the wings on the left, of course, playing for Charanjot. And he's going to try and play that driven ball into Cruyff, but that's well intercepted. Once again, intercepted by Charanjot. There is Messi, that's intercepted again. And that's three interceptions in the space of 10 seconds by these players. So you know what level of game. Make that 4 in 20, make that 5 in 25. And this is an absolute crazy. Make that 6 already. These guys are going all out to make sure that the result stays in their favor. Here is Cruyff, here is Ronaldo. That's some great composure by Messi trying to play it back. Should have been a goal, could have been a goal, but what matters is that it's not a goal, and Naveen now has the chance to make it 4-0. Another interception, another great read out here by Charanjot. Both these players are at the top of their interception game right now. Here is R9. Cruyff played a beautiful ball to him. And there is Ronaldo. Is that going to be a shot? I don't think that's going to be a shot. That's not going to be a penalty either. Marquinhos defending it absolutely well. Mbappe, a lot of space on the right. Eusebio, a lot of space in the center. And he decides to slow it down. He does not want to lose the ball for sure. Here's Cancelo now, who plays the ball beautifully to R9. Van der Sar in front, and that is a big save, a massive save. Can be a match-changing moment. And now it's going to be an absolute wait for this chance to happen. Here is a beautiful ball now. It has been played to Eusebio, who now has the chance to make it 4-0 to Naveen, who passes it to Ronaldo. But there is that defense. Cancelo waiting in the center. Mix up. But that is now all okay. Hakimi, once again, a chance for Charanjot awaits. Hopefully, he needs to get that first goal to maybe have at least some chance of getting a draw out of this game. Remember, he needs 2 goals at least to get a draw out of this one. Here is R9, who maybe gets him the first one. The answer is no, because that's a big save by Edwin van der Sar. Charanjot goes ahead, changes his strategy. He knows he wants his players to stay up. He knows he wants those players to make sure that they press him. To make sure that they press the defenders of Naveen, they press the midfielders of Naveen, so that the ball is always with Charanjot. And as we've seen Charanjot play multiple times, the dangerous version of Charanjot comes out when he's trailing and when the odds are all against him. Will we see the same version in this game? Only time will tell. Here is Messi trying to pass it to the far post. Loses the ball. Mbappe, the speed demon, now has the ball to R9, who scored multiple goals for Naveen. And now here is Pele with all the space in the world. I think he's going to try and go for a chip. He goes for a chip, but again, Van der Sar make sure that he's huge enough in front of goal to make the goal look small. And Naveen, of course, is going to be very disappointed that he did not convert that chance, because if Charanjot goes ahead and finishes this one now, or goes ahead and makes a comeback, he's going to blame himself badly for missing those 2 chances which he had, 1 versus 1, but both the chips, of course, were easily dealt with and saved by Van der Sar. Once again, Mbappe to Ronaldo, a lot of space in the center. That's going to be a clear goal, and that should be that for sure. Charanjot Singh decides to go ahead and forfeit the game because it is 4-0 on aggregate, which means congratulations to Naveen. He goes ahead and wins the game by 5 goals to 2 on aggregate. Naveen, the MVP of EISL, of course, heading into this game with a lot of pressure, goes ahead into the upper bracket finals. Charanjot, of course, has another chance because he will be going ahead and playing in the lower bracket. The results and the fixtures of the other game will be known to us very soon. But ladies and gentlemen, what an epic game have we had. Who would have thought this would have happened? It had action, it had goals, it had drama, it had a disconnect, it had everything that we could have hoped for. And at the end of the day, it had only one winner, and that was Naveen Harito. So congratulations, Naveen. And I'm sure you guys are ready for some more games. But before that, we're going to head into a short break and we'll be back soon. So stay right there and we'll see you soon. Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for your patience. For the ones who've just tuned in, welcome in for the AIFF in eFootball Challenge 2022. The final rounds are here. I am a little lost for words because we've seen an amazing, amazing game one that happened between Charanjot Singh and Naveen Haridos, which ended 5-2 on aggregate in the favor of Naveen, and he is now in the upper bracket final. We have the next semi-final, of course, lined up for you. That's between Sagnik Banerjee and Akshat Khandelwal, which is going to be our next featured game for the evening. Now, this is again an upper bracket semi-final game, which means the winner goes into the upper brackets final, and the loser of the game goes into the lower brackets. Sagnik and Akshat, two players who've been playing in the EISL. Sagnik, of course, played for FC Bengaluru, and Akshat, of course, went ahead and played for Kerala Blasters. Both of them did fairly good considering that they did not make it to the playoffs, but then they are great players who are here for a reason. And both of them are going to be starting with their game anytime soon, as you can see on your screen. Sagnik Banerjee, one of the familiar faces, one of the most known names in the Indian FIFA scene for the past 3-4 seasons. Akshat Khandelwal made a name for himself in the FIFA 21 and now in the FIFA 22 season as well. Now they are here underway, and I'm going to need some time to understand who is Sagnik and who is Akshat in this case. But I think we'll figure it out pretty soon, and we're going to be seeing that right away. Now, both these teams look to be really good with regards to the teams that we have. And in case you are here and you haven't followed the channel yet, please do go ahead and follow this right away. And make sure to follow us on Instagram as well. It's Indian Football for more updates on Indian football and more updates on these tournaments that we have. I'm just gonna try and find out who is shooting from which side because I cannot see the PSNs right now. All right, so here is Kante who's gonna be trying and twisting. That's gonna be a great start already. Okay, we just Okay, the meanwhile, guys, go ahead. Let me know your predictions for this game. Who do you think is going to come out as the winner? Just to let you know the format, it's a two-game format. It's home and away, but without any away goals. In case the score is level after 90 minutes of two legs, we go into the third game for a golden goal. If the game ends after 90 minutes after two legs in favor of a player, that player goes to the finals, the upper bracket finals, of course, to meet Naveen Haridos. And we're just waiting on an update to see which player is in which team. And we've just got an update saying that Sagnik Banerjee is playing in the Bayern kit, which, of course, he is now defending. Right now, Sagnik is in the white kit and Akshat is in the black kit. And right now, here is an attack inside the box. Akshat has the ball with Ronaldo, passes it on to Cancelo, and now are going to manifest another attack out here because that's what Akshat has in mind. He's going to try and play Ruben Diaz out of all people, trying to release Pele on the edge of the box. Ronaldo, the R9, the original Ronaldo, now who was very effective for, of course, Charanjot and Naveen. Here is Sagnik with an absolutely beautiful lofted through ball, who now goes ahead and passes the ball back. And Akshat again with the ball with Zinedine Zidane. Passes it to Marquinhos. Back to Zidane. Has a lot of options. Sagnik playing it safe, not risking any press in the defense. Mbappe on the wings. Passes it back to Kante, who is not a surprise in anyone's team this year for sure. Ronaldo, a beautiful relay turn. That's not going to be a goal. Great positioning out here by Van der Sar. And that is a big save out here. The score remains at 0-0. Here is Mbappe trying to change the score right away with the beautiful finesse shot that's well blocked by Sagnik, who has not seen a lot of the ball in the first opening few minutes. Of course, Akshat showing how good his game has been in this FIFA throughout the season. Here he is again trying to take that shot and hoping to get the first goal. But here is Sagnik now, finally gets the ball in a dangerous position, using the manual player locks, trying to get the players into making some great runs off the ball. Eusebio back to Ronaldo. Inside the box goes Eusebio. Mbappe, is he onside? Even if he is, does not matter because the touch takes it out for a goal kick, and Akshat, without wasting any time, plays it short to Marquinhos, who plays it to Cafu, the Brazilian legend, of course, is now there with the current Brazilian wall in defense. Marquinhos now who gives it to Cafu, Ronaldo, the three Brazilians combining. Zidane, the greatest player in the history of France football for sure. Here is Pele, tries to cross the ball, and here is Marquinhos who dealt with it. That's going to be a mess up, but relief for Sagnik because it does not fall in the back of the net. It's only a corner, and that is greatly dependent, or should I say, a big mistake by Akshat to release Sagnik out here, who has all the space in the world with Eusebio. Inside the box, goes for the finesse, well read by the keeper. Good movement, good save, good FIFA overall, great counter, and it ends with a great save. But here is Akshat again. Just like we saw in the previous game, this is end-to-end stuff. There is nothing much happening in midfield. Usually I say that a lot of battles in FIFA are won in the midfield, but these two players are going from defense to attack in the matter of few passes and in the matter of few seconds. And right now, Kante gives the ball to Ronaldo, who gives it to Puskas, the award-winning Puskas. Is he going to show some absolute epic skills to score an epic goal? But Van der Sar right now is showing why exactly every player is choosing him in their team, because that's, I think, the fourth save that he's made in this game. It could have easily been 3-0 or 4-0 to Akshat, but Van der Sar has gone ahead and made sure that it does not reflect on the score sheet right now. Here's Puskas again, trying to do the relays turn. Ronaldo now at the edge of the box. Zidane is going to take a shot, and once again Van der Sar fists the ball away, making sure that it remains at 0-0. Corner taken quickly. I'm sorry, Barcelona fans, that's not what I meant to do. But yes, corner taken quickly indeed. Here is Puskas, who gives the ball to Ruben Diaz. Pele once again at the edge of the box, well defended by Bellingham, out of all people, for Sagnik, who's now going to try and regroup to make sure that he gets into his free-flowing FIFA, into his free-flowing style of play. But right now, Akshat has not allowed Sagnik any room whatsoever from the start of this game. It's been 36 minutes, and the only time I think Sagnik has looked dangerous was when Eusebio had a chance. But here is Akshat, who's going to take a shot, but this time he's beaten Edwin van der Sar. But unfortunately for him, he cannot beat the post. It stays at 0-0. Akshat must be kicking himself, and even more if a player like Sagnik right now can make him pay for all these missed chances. I'm saying if a player like Sagnik because I know what he is capable of, but he's given the ball away this time. Knowing Sagnik, you can never count him out. I've seen his games wherein he has been like, he scored winners, he scored bangers right at the depth, and he is known for doing that. His composure in front of goal, the decision making is second to none. And right now, as you can see, Ronaldo has created that extra space for himself, and out of everything, Sagnik Banerjee exactly showing why his composure, why his decision making is absolutely crazy when it comes to a tournament of this caliber under so much pressure. There were 3 or 4 defenders in there. He had 2-3 multiple passing options, but he had his mindset. He scored a beautiful goal with Ronaldo, and I think Sagnik has to thank his Edwin van der Sar for making sure that the score remained at 0-0. But right now, 44 minutes in game, Sagnik has scored the first goal. Akshat still looking for a way past Van der Sar and for a way past that post. But Sagnik can make things even difficult for him. Eusebio has the ball. One last attack. He tries to risk it by playing the ball in front. And I think that is going to be that for the first half of this game. My goodness, mate. One more end-to-end game. Look at those number of shots for Akshat. 6 shots in the first half. And I think Van der Sar made 5 saves. The only time he did not save was when the post helped him. They say fortune favors the brave, and that's what has happened in this case. Akshat has to make sure that he converts these chances, or else a player like Sagnik is going to run away with this game, because every time he gets in a dangerous position, he for sure is going to score. Here is Sagnik, who kicks us off in the second half now. Mbappe, right, I think he just wanted to run past that defense, but Akshat had other ideas. Zidane now, making sure that he regroups. That French connection, Kante and Zidane. It would have been a pleasure to watch these two play. I think that's the beauty of FIFA Ultimate Team. You can get your favorite players, you can get the meta players, you can get any player in your team and build your dream team and build your ultimate team. That's what these players have done. And right now, here is Akshat A good start to the second half for him. He still has the ball. Pele on the wings, a lot of space inside the box. Here's Cafu. The Brazilian legend plays it to Zidane, the French legend to Puskas and Ronaldo. Too many legends in this frame. Can these legends combine to score the first goal for Akshat? Right now, the answer is no. But I'm pretty sure with the attacking intent that he has, he is going to score a goal pretty soon. Sagnik, very well composed, very well organized, very well disciplined in defense. Makes a risky pass but goes ahead and gets away with it. Mbappe now with a lot of space, still has the ball, plays it to Bellingham, plays it to Eusebio, too much space for him. You cannot give Sagnik, one of the best killers in India, that much space inside the box. Well defended, Ronaldo does not get a shot away, and in the blink of an eye, Sagnik has lost the ball, and Akshat is now on his attack, trying to get that equalizer. Kante, I'm sure he's going to pass it back to Zidane. He does that. There is an option in the centre with Puskas. Is that going to be a first-time shot? It is, but he has beaten Van der Sar, and this time he also beats the post, which means it's not a goal, unfortunately. He's put it wide. I mean, I was pretty sure this is going to be the time. Akshat must be frustrated, and right now he needs to calm down, needs to believe in himself and his players and his finishing, that he can convert these chances for sure. Puskas to Ronaldo, back to Puskas, Kante, Zidane. This is fluid football right now. Back with the Akshat. The ball is right now only with Akshat. Sagnik is all over the place with his defense. Zidane, Pele gives it back, unfortunately, to Vieira for Sagnik. Mbappe now makes sure that he gets that space, uses that player lock, and look at the space that Bullet has in here. Is that going to be a punishing 2-0? It is a punishing and agonizing 2-0 right now for Akshat to look at after all those chances that he has missed. Sagnik has buried another chance with Rudhulit on the counter, and that is for sure gonna be a big, big problem, of course. And we're gonna be going ahead and also looking at the other rounds, because I have got an update for this thing with regards to it's Vanshad versus Charanjot in the lower round quarterfinals, in the lower bracket quarterfinals. The first game has already started. Saransh is going to be meeting the loser of this game between Sagnik and Akshat in the lower round quarterfinals as well. But right now, the way things are going, it looks like Sagnik may run away with this one. Akshat needs to go ahead and find an answer. Vanshad and Charanjot, the game has already started in the lower bracket quarterfinals. And right now, our focus is, of course, on this epic blockbuster, the EISL clash between these two professional Indian players when it comes to the FIFA scene. Akshat in black, looking for a response, looking for a way past Edwin van der Sar, and looking to make sure that he gets the ball in the back of the net. And right now, Sagnik, of course, has had two great chances, has scored two great goals, and Akshat, for all that he's done in this game, has unfortunately not scored. And here we go again. Here is Sagnik on the attack, and here is Mbappe, who's going to find a way through, hopefully to find somebody from his team. He finds Vinicius Junior, who tries to find Ronaldo, seeking it an attempt, and he's gone ahead but eventually lost the ball. And Akshat now has a chance. Ronaldo, he has triggered all the runners out there. One of them was Eusebio, but Hakimi with his long legs and with that pace was never gonna go ahead and be beaten with that through ball. And here is Akshat, who possibly knows that he deserves a goal, if not a win in this game, because he's been playing some great attacking football and his finishing has let him down today. But he can change that. Here is Zidane. Is he going to take a shot? I think he's going to go for that extra pass. He's going to go for another extra pass. One more extra pass. Mbappe should have either shot or taken the pass. And Sagnik crashing the party for Akshat. That could have been the first goal for Akshat, but it's still 2-0 in favor of Sagnik, who now has Mbappe, who's lost the ball very cheaply in a very dangerous area. Zidane, Ronaldo asking for the ball back. Eusebio has the ball now with him, edge of the box. Sagnik, two players defending him. Kante now trying to find that right passing option. Eusebio, Cafu or Pele, is it going to be? It's going to be Pele who has the ball. Mbappe, out of all people, defending right now. It's clutch situations. It's clutch time. It is the upper bracket semi-finals, you have to make sure that every player gives their 100% to this team. That's the reason they are on the squad. They're in the team, they're in the lineup, and here is Eusebio, who is going to try and find Ronaldo, hopefully, or maybe you never know with Sagnik. Go ahead and take that shot, and that is a beautiful pass. That's going to lock to Edwin van der Sar, who now has the ball in his grasp, plays it short, does not waste any time at all. Mbappe for Akshat to Eusebio. Ronaldo is the only player making those runs, but Eusebio has other ideas. He's gone in all the way. Is he going to take a shot? He is. Great goalkeeper movement. Not so great composure by Akshat. Did not wait for Sagnik to move the keeper. And I think that's what pressure does to you. Of course, in a tournament which is as amazing and has so much on stake as the AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022. Do not forget, these are the final rounds. There is a reason these players are in the final rounds, because they've gone ahead after those monthly qualifiers which happen in November, December, January, and February. But it all comes down to this, and what matters right now is going to be the score line of this game. You will not be remembered for the number of shots you took. You will not be remembered for the number of close chances that you had. The only thing that we'll remember at the end of the game is the final score line. Sagnik losing all his experience out now, knowing that he needs that final attack and he does not want to lose the ball to Akshat. He may not score one, but he'll not allow Akshat to score one as well, because that is what is going to happen. Akshat kicking the ball outside in frustration, because he could have scored a lot of goals in this game, but it ends in the favor of Sagnik Banerjee. Sagnik 2, Akshat 0 after the end of the first leg. And what an amazing first leg has this been. Right now, we can see that first goal. Who would have expected Sagnik to just slither through that defense, make his way out? Look at that. There were 4 defenders that he went past. 3 out of them were still there in the penalty box. And then some brilliant decision making, great counter, great trigger runs, and a great finish to end it all off. To make sure, you never know, he may have just ended Akshat and his challenge in the upper bracket as well. But they still have a chance, of course. Whoever loses goes into the lower bracket semi-finals. I'm sorry, goes into the lower bracket. And Sagnik, congratulations on winning the first leg. I think the second leg, yeah, yes, the second leg is going to start pretty soon. Sagnik right now looks like he's made his way already into the finals, and but this is a game of FIFA. It's not over until it's not over, as we know it. We saw Naveen making a comeback in the previous semi-final. Can Akshat come all guns blazing, get that attack and finishing in place, and go ahead and deliver a masterpiece comeback as well? I do not know what's going to happen. Let me know in the comments if you think Akshat can make a comeback. But congratulations, Sagnik, on winning the first leg. We still have the second leg to go. And just to let you all know, the lower bracket game between Vanshaj and Charan Jot is taking place right now. And the loser of this game after 2 legs is going to face Saransh in the next round as well. I'm just waiting for an update for the next leg to start. It's going to start pretty soon for sure. Let me know your thoughts about that game. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to take a break and read your comments as well. We'll be back soon. Stay where you are. Okay, guys, I think we are now ready to go into the second leg. They're going to be with the same kit. Sagnik Banerjee, of course, is going to be in the white kit, and Akshat is going to be in the black kit. Once again, just to let you all know, in case if you have missed it, it's 2-0 in the favor of Sagnik Banerjee after the first leg. But what an entertaining game of FIFA that was. The result may not tell you the exact story, but the ones who saw the game for sure know what happened in that game. Let's see what happens in the second leg. I see a lot of people in the chat out here to support their friends. Make sure to let us know your predictions for the second game, which is going to be underway between Sagnik Banerjee and Akshat Khandelwal, who's now kicking us off. Here is Akshat, passes the ball right from the start and making sure to the opponent knows his intent, that he wants to make sure that he scores that first goal, and it's going to be very, very, very important for Akshat to get the first shot that he takes to be a goal, because that's going to be a huge confidence booster. The last game he was clearly frustrated for not being able to take those chances, but this game, knowing the kind of player that he is going to go all guns blazing and score right from the first attack. That's what he has in mind. Puskas to Pele, and oh my goodness, mate, once again, that Van der Sar of Sagnik makes the save despite of being blindsided. But right now, once again, oh my goodness, Van der Sar has 2 saves already in the first 5 minutes, and potential goal opportunities. That's some good reading of the game out there by Sagnik. He made sure to go ahead and move his keeper right towards that far post, and now he is on an attack of his own, and that can be 1-0 already. Mbappe, and that is a big goal line blocked by Kante, and oh my goodness, I think Akshat is going to be relieved that that is not a goal conceded, or he would have been furious, not just with himself but also with this game, for how punishing it can be when you miss a chance. But he now has a chance of himself. Zidane, a lot of space for Kante, a lot of space on the left side as well, a lot of space everywhere right now. Ronaldo tries to play that lofted through ball. That's no handball. There's no handball in FIFA, I guess. And it's still going to be with Sagnik. Oh no, as I say, he's lost the ball. Ronaldo has it now. Passes it on to Puskas. Plays it back to Kante. He needs that extra space. He needs that space for that shot. And he also wants to hope that Sagnik does not get that keeper movement right, as he is been getting for most of this game, right from the first leg. Zidane inside the box. No risks taken by Sagnik. Sticks to his basic. The ball, loses the ball, of course, to Capu, who now restarts the play for Akshat with Ronaldo now having the ball. Zidane has been in the heart of everything that Akshat has done, and Kante now has been the engine for him. But unfortunately, the thing that Akshat has been missing are those goals, which can obviously change now. Ronaldo finally goes ahead and changes it for Akshat within a second, skips the replay, skips the celebration. 1-0 to Akshat in the second leg, 2-1 to Sagnik on aggregate. We still have 70 in-game minutes left. Wow, we are in for an absolute cracker. Sagnik cuts it off beautifully, but that does not lock to the player he intended. Eusebio once again has the ball, trying to run at Akshat. Now this is pressure of the highest order. You can see that they're making some wrong decisions. They're making some decisions they would have not made had this been a friendly, or had this been a first round or a second round game. These are the final rounds. This is the upper bracket semi-final, and right now Akshat has a chance to make it all square. Mbappe to Kante to Zidane to Kante to Zidane to Kante, and this is going to be an epic set of passing. And Kante makes that wrong pass to Eusebio, who now has all the space to run in behind and try to explore that defensive weakness that Akshat showed in that first leg on the counter. And right now Pele passes it to Mbappe. That's going to be a shot. It's going to be well defended but given away very cheaply, and this is not expected by these two heavyweights of this game in this season at least. And right now it's not been the best FIFA that you can see, but it is entertaining as a neutral. It is entertaining as an audience, and I think that's what we are looking for. Entertainment right now is our priority, because these two players can provide absolute mad entertainment when it comes to goals and skills. and the decisions that they're taking right now may not be their best. Eusebio has taken the best decision for Sagnik this time, made it 1-1, which means it's 3-1 on aggregate. I'm sure he's celebrating because he needs that breather to go ahead, have a sip of water, and to regroup and make sure that this game he does not concede more, because Akshat cannot be allowed to run away. We all know how good he can be if he gets those goals. He's creating a lot of chances. If he starts converting all of them, I think Sagnik will have a problem for sure. Right now, it's 1-1 in the second leg, 3-1 on aggregate to Sagnik. Akshat would like to score one more before he goes into the second half, because we are back to where it all started. There are no away goal rules. Remember, there are no away goals, of course, as we know. So it's all going to be down to the aggregate. Akshat, if he gets two more goals, we go into the third game with a golden goal. But Sagnik, for sure, is not going to stop here, because right now he's in again with Mbappe. Eusebio gets the ball, twisting, turning, ball rolls, and trying to get that ball in a dangerous situation. Here's Akshat, who now has the ball with Ronaldo. 1 versus 1. Ronaldo, Vieira. Ronaldo has a lot of time, passes it back to Mbappe, who now passes it to Ronaldo, to Mbappe, considered to be the next generation Ronaldo, of course. But Vieira, of course, as we say, there's only one Vieira, and he makes sure that he's there for his team, for Sagnik to defend with everything that's possible. And here's Cancelo, who gives it to Hullet, and I think that was my bad. It was not Vieira who defended it, but regardless, Sagnik, of course, making sure that this defense was enough to make sure the danger was averted. Mbappe once again has looked very dangerous. Eusebio, the goal scorer, is once again inside the box, and every time he's in the box, there's a problem, and that is going to be a big problem. But no, that's a big miss by Pele, and Sagnik would be kicking himself for not scoring from this. Obviously, he's in a 2-goal lead, but a 3-goal lead would have for sure been better, considering how good Akshat has been attacking throughout this leg of FIFA and throughout the two legs as well. Here's Puskas now. He has one final chance possibly. Ronaldo, Puskas, is he going to make that pass? Is he going to be in the box? He is going to try and do something. But unfortunately for him, it's going to remain at 1-1 and 3-1 on aggregate in the favor of Sagnik Banerjee. For everyone who's watching, we have 20 people watching live. Let me know your thoughts on that first half. We had the goal that we were looking for. We had the comeback that we did not expect. And right now, Sagnik, of course, is in cruise control. And he has everything to play for in the second half. Akshat has nothing to lose right now. Even if he goes ahead and loses this game for some reason, he will go ahead and play in the lower bracket. And Sagnik, of course, will go ahead and play Naveen in the next round. And Akshat, in case he loses, goes ahead to meet Saransh, who will be waiting for them in the lower bracket. But it's still not over. We still have 45 in-game minutes left. If Akshat can manage to overcome this 2-goal deficit, we can still go into the third leg. Or you never know, this can be settled by Akshat or Sagnik in this game itself. As things stand, Sagnik is going into the finals. But we've now kicked off with the second half. Sagnik, of course, in the white kit, kicking us off this time. Trying to be a little fancy and inviting that pressure, I think, so that he can get a little more space in defense. Mbappe running at Cafu. And here is Cancelo, of course, who now has Hullet as an option. Now Bellingham has a lot of space. Pele again. Bellingham. Ronaldo R9 gets the ball. Well defended. Kante wasting no time. Playing it to R9, who now plays it to Puskas. There's a lot of option out there on the wing. I think that's what the pass that he went for. But it got locked to R9 out there. Hullet to Mbappe. Lot of space out there. Eusebio. And oh my god, this does not look to be good. Pele has a lot of space. There's a player running in the center. That's going to be blocked once. Can be blocked again. Pele plays it back, but Kante is there to defend it. Akshat is going to be very motivated with that miss for sure, because that goal would have been game over for sure. But right now, Sagnik, who's missed some sitters in this game thanks to those defenders blocking him out, has to find a way out before inviting more pressure on himself, because this game has been end to end and you can see it's affecting both these players. The decision making is getting affected. Their passing, their shooting stats, everything are going to be affected, because when you play under so much pressure, it's always going to be difficult for both these players. There's a lot on the line as well. Of course, this is the AIFF eFootball 2022 challenge final rounds that are happening, the upper bracket semi-finals. There is a reason these two are here, and both of them have to make sure that they play their A game, and the decision making is at the top level as well. That's what Akshat has in mind. He had a great passage of play, some risky passes, but they all paid off for him until the final pass. But right now, here is Sagnik, who has R9 with a lot of space, tries to go for a cheeky little chip, and is that's not going to be a goal. That's well saved, and that's just the animation of this game that makes sure that Edwin Van der Sar goes inside the back of the net, but make sure that the ball is still out. But once again, regardless of that, Sagnik has the ball, who now is going to try and get that goal to finally settle this game off, hopefully in his favor. Vinicius Junior to Bellingham to Vinicius Junior, two young stars, of course, two prospects of this game who are possibly going to be future stars. Bellingham, of course, won the Golden Boy as well, and he's been the next gen player of the year as well. Who now passes it to Ruud Gullit, who has Eusebio, who's already scored a goal, and who is gonna somehow get the ball in the back of the net. 2-1 to Sagnik Banerjee, apologizing for the way the goal went in for sure. 4-1 on aggregate. And for everything Akshat has done in this game, it looks like he now has a mountain to climb. A very unlucky way of conceding the goal, especially after seeing what Sagnik's Van der Sar has been doing throughout these two legs. And Akshat, I think, now knows that it's almost done, but he can still score 3 goals. He's still capable of doing that and take this game into the third game, which would be a golden goal. But he has to be at his 100% or even more now to score 3 against Sagnik in the last 20-25 minutes. And right now he has the ball, plays it to Zidane, to Cancelo, trying to find those extra movements around and off the ball. Here is Puskas, does not have a lot of great passing options, finds Mbappe, who finds Pere, who finds Mbappe again. There is an option of Ronaldo, he takes that. Is he going to go for that finesse? He is, but Van der Sar was there, right place, right time. The ball this time does not go in the back of the net despite of touching Van der Sar's hand, and Akshat would be thinking, what does he have to do? What more does he have to do here? Here is Puskas, who tried, I think he thought of the finesse once again, but had too many people in front of him and had the block done very clearly by Sagnik, who now has his game plan in place. I mean, he has his defense organized. He has a lot of breathing space. He knows this game is to lose. And looking at the way he's playing right now, I think he may end up getting one more goal, because look at the space that R9 has, and I think that's going to be a near post shot, and that is going to be another goal. As I say, R9 making it 3-1 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate, and no matter how optimistic one can be, no matter how many motivation quotes we read, I'm sure this is it, and Sagnik is going to go into the upper bracket finals, but we can only confirm it once the final whistle is done. And looks like Akshat, unfortunately, frustration can get to anyone. You can be demotivated with such kind of games. Is looking like he's lost the ball, and Sagnik right now trying some different stuff to see what else could work, maybe potentially for that upper bracket final. And Marquinhos now gets the ball back for Sagnik, and looks like everything is going in his favor right now. Sagnik has played a great game. I would not say it's not deserved, but I do think Akshat could have had some more goals, and this game could have been much tighter than what the scoreline suggests. Right now, Akshat, of course, trying to get some consolation in this game. He is going to try and hopefully get one goal back at least. He'll have something to cheer about. But Van der Sar, once again for Sagnik, is like a wall. He's conceded only one goal and has saved more than 10. And Akshat, I'm sure he's going to have a chat with Sagnik, or maybe come in the chat for us as well. And he's going to be thinking, what do I do to beat that Van der Sar? He's done everything possible. He's gone near post, he's gone far post, he's gone in the center. He's tried a chip, he's tried a finesse, he's tried everything possible. But the only thing that he's not been able to find an answer for is that Van der Sar. Sagnik, on the other hand, has been very clinical when it mattered. In the first leg, he had 3 chances. He scored 2 of them. In the second leg, of course, he's been absolutely clinical. When he beat the keeper, Akshat's defenders were there for him. But he still has 3 goals. And those 3 goals are good enough to take him to the finals. There are 5 in-game minutes left. And looks like Sagnik may have one more goal, or at least one more chance. Vinicius on the flanks. Akshat trying to defend with Cancelo, which has been dealt with pretty easily. And I mean, credits to Akshat, of course, he's not giving up. even though he knows this is out of reach, he's still trying to play some entertaining football, trying to get those goals, and trying to go into that lower bracket quarterfinal, thinking, this is still not done for me. We still have another chance. And here is Sagnik though with Eusebio. This time finally pulls off that cheeky little chip to make it 4-1 on the night and 6-1 on aggregate. Wow, what a game of FIFA has this been. What two legs of FIFA have this been. I'm sure, guys, you agree with me. Sagnik Banerjee, congratulations. This time I can officially congratulate you for winning this leg. I mean, for winning both the legs and going ahead in the upper bracket finals. He will be facing Naveen, of course, out there. And what a game of FIFA have we seen out here. Two epic, epic games that we've had. And the scoreline may not suggest the result, but congratulations, Sagnik. Hard luck to Akshat, who still has a chance. And he'll be meeting Saransh in the lower bracket quarterfinals. I think we're going to get and go ahead and go into a small break right now, after which we'll be back very, very, very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned and do not go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and sorry for the delay, and thank you so much for your patience. We now have the lower bracket quarterfinal game happening between Saransh Jain and Akshat Khandelwal. Of course, Akshat unfortunately had things not go as per plan for him in the game against Sagnik, which we saw a few minutes back. But here he is again in that black kit with Saransh playing in the red. I'm assuming the Liverpool kit. This is going to be a great test for Akshat playing Sagnik and Saransh together. And Saransh, of course, another player who's made a name for himself recently, along with Naveen, by winning some great tournaments, by making sure that he cements his place in the legacy of the Indian FIFA esports scene. But right now, one of these two players is going to be eliminated from this tournament because these are the lower bracket quarterfinals that are happening. There is another game being played between Vanshaj and Charanjot, and this is the other one, Saransh and Akshat. Both of them know how it feels to be at the top level. Both of them have been there, done that, and here is Saransh now finally with that chance. Tries to go right and tries to attack right from the word go. And here we go. Akshat now has the ball with Kante. Has to find Ronaldo, who goes ahead and gets it back to Zidane. Ronaldo asking for the ball again, gives it to Puskas. Well defended out here. Now Hullet for Saransh is going to make life a little difficult for any opponent that he plays because that's one of his most favorite players. He likes to have his game around Hullet, both in attack and defense, with that work rate that Ruud Hullet has, of course. And that's one player Saransh, I think, cannot play his game without, and he prefers his style of play a lot. But right now, here is Zidane, who's been very influential for Akshat, right, when it comes to his play style, when it comes to his playmaking. Here is Ronaldo in again, Puskas in again. There is a chance out there for Pele. Out there goes Zidane. There's going to be a cutback incoming, but that's well defended. Now back again with Ruud with two passes, who has options in the center. One of them is Pele, who goes ahead and gets Ronaldo now to get the ball to him. Here is Cafu, of course, taking his time out, giving it back to Marquinhos, passes it back to Cafu. There's a little space out there for him to do anything about this, and not something that he's been used to against Sagnik, because against Sagnik, he was getting a lot of time flowing from the left to the right, was his attacking style. And
भाई थोड़ा
right now, it
बिल्डअप
seems to be
करो
different.
बहुत
Here's
भाग रहे
Kante
हो
again for Saransh, along with Hullet. What a partnership that is. Ruud Hullet and Kante, of course, both legends in their own right. Here is Lionel Messi, gives it back to Kante. There is Ronaldo out there waiting. There is Messi again in the center, who's made a great run, and he's found somebody at the
भाई
far
स्मैक
post. I think that
मारता
was
है
Mbappe running in. That is well defended. Great vision out there by Saransh. Great
सेकंड से स्टार्ट
execution as
करता
well, but great defending too. And talking about vision and execution, Zidane has released Pele on the right. Great attempt of tackling out there by Ruben Diaz twice. Rakshat gets away with it both times, and Kante now has the ball in the center. Limited options. One of them is Mbappe, who has Puskas. Is he going to take a shot? He is, but that is going to be another frustrating save for Akshat to deal with because it still remains at 0-0, 22 minutes gone. There's a pause being queued by Saransh, and let's see what change does he want in this game, or is he going for a different formation, or is just a tactical pause? I am not very sure, but a great start, of course, to this game. And looks like the
और कुछ
connection to the Shapley or something has been
कंट्रोलर
lost,
उठा
which
दो
is
उधर
why I am back on here. A great start to that game, though. But we're just going to find out what has happened in that game and also get you updates from the other lower bracket quarterfinals that are there.
परफेक्ट
Let's
वेट
just
मिल गया
wait for an update from the back in team to let us know if the game is going to restart. Are we going to play the entire 90 minutes, or how is it going to be?
हाँ वही बिल्डअप करो मतलब एक बिल्डअप किया तो ऑलमोस्ट खुल गया
Okay,
था
so
यार
here we are again. Luckily, we've got the connection back. And here is Akshat, who is still attacking with
एक
that
एक दो
corner
बॉल
that
बिल्डअप
he
करके निकाल दो फिर
got
ये
from
अटैकिंग फुल बैक
Akshat.
डालेगा तो फिर
And
थोड़ा इजीली खेल लेगा
apologies
भाई
for the black pants that you see on your screen right now. This is being done via SharePlay, and there is a message on Saransh's system, I think, which is now gone, luckily. And he now has the ball as well. Saransh plays it to Messi, plays it to Kante, plays it to Hakimi. Has some good space out there to make some attack, and Kante now will be looking to release Hullet, who is going to try and play that R1X as he normally does, the driven pass, which he prefers, Saransh prefers. And here is Cafu, who has, I think Akshat has come up with a game plan of working on the wings, especially with Pele, and then cutting it into Zidane or Ronaldo. Right now, he's looking for that passing option. But Ruben Diaz, as always, very effective, like a mountain in front of Pele. Diaz, of course, one of the latest, the recent grades when it comes to defending, has played so well for Man City and Portugal. But right now, here is Mbappe, the star of this season, who gives it to Pele. That's going to be a goal. That's not going to be a goal. And that was FIFA entertainment at its best. Van der Sar got something to it. The ball hit the turf, but hit the crossbar, but did not land in the back of the net. It still remains at 0-0. So Akshat and Saransh have both missed a fairly easy chance, which they would have buried on a different day. But this game is still
हाँ
not
लग
over.
गया
It's two legs of FIFA. There are no away
बट
goals,
ठीक है खोल
as
दो
we've
यार ये
said.
पैनिक
And
होगा
this is
इसको
going to
अगर
be something very crazy. Here's Zidane once again, gives it to Ronaldo, who has only one option in front of him, tried to go for it, but Saransh had the passing lane covered. I think that's going to be offside. Ronaldo is through here, and it is offside because the pass got delayed by, I think, a split second. And Zidane once again has the ball, as Akshat, I think, prefers playing this game around Zidane and Ronaldo. Here is Puskas, out of all people, trying to drop in deep to get that ball. And Ruud Gullit, Saranj and Ruud Gullit are a very deadly combination. Here is Pele, and who's trying to see if Messi can distract some defenders with that decoy run. Gives it back to Gullit, who has three options in front of him right now.
और आई
I'm
वुड
not
से
sure
थोड़े
if he's going to
ड्रिबल्स
go
ले लो
back.
स्ट्राइकर
I
से आप जा
think
नहीं रहे ज़्यादा
he is going to go without, he's not going to go in front. But here's Pele once again in the box. Ronaldo is making a great run. He has a lot of space out there. He does that heel to heel.
Let's fucking go.
That is a 5-star wheat foot, and that is a rocket, a missile, an absolute cracker of a goal by Saransh. Van der Sar or any goalkeeper in the world would have had no chance. By the time the ball left his feet, it was already in the back of the net. That was 100 shot power with
गोल
that
यार
considered to be left foot. I mean, considered to be the weaker left foot.
45th
But
लाने का था देखते हैं
right
अगर
now, it's
3 गोल
Saransh
आपका
1,
बदल सकता है
Akshat 0. We're about to reach the first half of the first leg, and Saransh would want to score maybe one more goal.
अब
Well defended by Akshat. I think
क्या बात
once he makes that pass, it
कितनी
should
बॉल
be
मिल
all.
गई
And that is the end of the first half. And what an half has
यार
this
टू जाने
been?
दो यार
It
क्या
had
हो
two
रहा है
crazy chances,
हाफ
and the
टाइम हो गया
third one was finally
हम्म
converted by Saransh
हम्म
after all the
अच्छा ही खेल
efforts
रहा
that we saw. Two crazy goalkeeper moments as well. And we've gone ahead and had the first goal thanks to Saransh and thanks to his Ronaldo. For everyone who's watching, let me know your thoughts on that first half, and let me know your predictions for this game as well. Saransh, of course, I know a lot of people are going to consider him to be the favorite, but I am sure Akshat cannot be
हाफ टाइम
counted
लग गया
out. Here is
ओ बस एक
Saransh,
सेकंड
who's kicking us off this time, and who now has the ball with Ashraf Hakimi, who passes it to Kante, who's gonna have some
मेरी
space to
बात
run
सही से
down
नहीं
the
मिल गई
center. There is Pele free. He's gonna find him, place it back to Hullet. Not playing, not forcing play as we call, taking his time, being patient about the build-up. He wants Akshat to come out and try to defend. And here is Ronaldo, who's now in the box. Oh my goodness, he still has the ball. Akshat is all over the place with his defense. That is panic that you can see. Kante has a chance. Is he going to go for the finesse? Is he going to give it to Pele? He gives it to Pele. That was not his idea of a shot, but I think he could not cancel it the minute he got it. Ronaldo now has the ball inside the box. He's going to try and find somebody or maybe take a shot himself. Finds Mbappe, who finds Pele, who takes a shot. Well defended by, I think, Ruben Diaz once again. And now Mbappe for Akshat is now on the attack. I think this time he's going to try and attack more from the left. He attacked a lot from the right in the first half. And let's see what Kante and Zidane can do here. Puskas now sees Pele's run, chooses not to play the pass, but Pele now in a very good position. May have been offside, which is why Akshat decided not to play against the not to play that pass. But he has to do something out here. He cannot invite that press from Saransh, because that's what's going to happen. He's going to press those players. He's going to block those passing lanes, and he's going to make life very difficult for Akshat. And he's going to get into those positions where Akshat does not want to be in, because his defense is not looking as solid as it did against Sagnik in that first leg. And looks like Saransh has an answer to that. Look at him toying around in that penalty box with that Mbappe. Now back to Pele. A lot of space out here. I think he overdid it a little. I do not think he hoped for that space to come in front of him by the time he did that skill move. The Elastico taking the ball away. Akshat must be thanking his lucky stars right now, because if he can somehow go ahead and make something out of this, I think he's gonna count himself very lucky to be just one goal down and to possibly get this game level from nowhere.
शॉट लो में
Now
स्टार्ट
here
करो,
we go
बॉल
once
बढ़ने दो
again.
रेडी में,
Here
एंगल मिले तो एक दो फिनिश भी ठीक नहीं है.
has the chance to take the shot. He tried for that. There is Pele who's gone in. He
एक बात
tried to
एक्चुअली
go for the
डिटर्मिनेट
pass,
मतलब एक स्किल कैसे
and
डेवलप
I
होता है.
think Akshat is just not able to get things right as he would have liked. But here is Messi trying to get things right for Saranj. Messi versus Cancelo. Looks like there's only one winner right now. That's Cancelo. Kante comes in for backup. But here's Kante versus Kante. But both these players pull it to Messi. To Pele. Has a lot of space. But does not get the shot away. Cancelo with the block. Marquinhos now to the rescue in the center. Zidane trying to find Pele, finds him, gives it to Ronaldo, gives it back to Zidane. Does he have a better passing option? Has he got, or has he? Is he going to go behind? He has to go behind. I am actually lost for words right now. This is an intense end-to-end game.
हार्ड लक है
Both
सर.
these players have to make the right decisions. It is not as easy as it seems when you play a tournament of the caliber of AIFF
मोमेंटम थोड़ा
eFootball
चेंज
Challenge 2022. Mbappe has the ball. Saranj gets it back with Hakimi. Now the ball is with Ronaldo. And he's lost the ball. Mbappe, Zidane, he needs to find a way through this rock solid defense of Saranj, who's just given away one shot in this game so far with 72 minutes gone. And Akshat, for most of the game, has been just trying to get inside the box
सीरीज
and
के
to get
थोड़ा
that
देखते
clear
कैसे
goal
हम लोग
scoring
सिचुएशन
opportunity.
बना रहे हैं
Ronaldo now on the
रिटर्न
flanks, 2-on-1, teamed up out there by Diaz. And ball is still with Pele, who gets it to Ronaldo. Zidane, edge of the box, plays it to Kante. I think he has to go for a risk out here. He has to maybe take a long shot, maybe try and get the ball inside the back of the net and not do the routine. But Saranj, so well with his anticipations and so well with reading the game, has come out of it again. Pull it back to Kante, gives it to Pele, and there is those triangles that you can see getting formed and those spaces automatically opening up. Pele now on the wing, exchanging positions with Messi. There's a lot of space at the edge of the box. Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, all in that area. One of them is Messi. Is that going to be a penalty? That is not a penalty.
18
Referee
मिनट्स हो
asks
गए
him to
मेरे
get
को
up,
तो
and
वही
it's
कर दो
still
थोड़ा
a
तो एक
chance
बार
right now.
ऑप्शन
Here
दे
goes
दो.
Puskas. That is a foul. I'm not sure if it was a tactical foul,
ब्रो आप बॉक्स
but
में क्या
that
कर रहे हो
is a
यार.
foul right now. And looks like Saraj just wanted to slow things down, and that's what he's done.
शॉट्स लो मैं तो कह रहा
And
हूँ.
80th minute is where we're at,
ठीक है.
and there's 10 more minutes left,
83 84 हो रहे होंगे.
and
90
this
पे
is
चल
going to
रहा
be
है. बॉल
something
देखिए.
very crazy.
बॉल मत हिलाना फिर.
It's going to be a very ending,
ठीक है.
very
पॉज
crazy
दो.
ending to this game for sure.
वैसे स्ट्रीम पे मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है.
And I have a feeling, I mean, I can still hear the coaches, of course, talking to the players, and this is going to be something that, of course, there's a lot of passion involved with this game. You need a lot of help, you need a coach, and
मेरी भी जा रही होगी फिर
you
तो
may need to make sure that you take the right decisions. But this is how
वो टाइगर वाले पे अपन यूज
intense,
करते हैं
how
ना.
interesting this can get. It's still at 1-0, but this game has had a lot
50
of
मिनट हो
interesting
गए.
phases, especially in and around that penalty box of both these players. And it's going to come down to possibly a moment of magic, a moment of madness, or something like that. Hopefully, it does not come down to a mistake. Saran
Bernardo
still in
or
the
any
lead,
voice to be
and
shared?
he had that moment of magic, of course, with the R9 when he made sure to get that space and took that beautiful shot. Went for something different out there with that dummy move, but the animation did not really support him the way we would like. But here is Akshat hoping that he gets that one chance which he can make the most of at the end of this game and hopefully go into that second leg level. Saranj has other plans. Mbappe right now, I think, is on the right wing. Ronaldo, big save by Edwin van der Sar. That can be the moment that can change this game for sure. That is a big save. 2-0 would have been a mountain to climb in the second leg for Akshat. But Saranj knows he should have finished that. The situation was a 50-50 one. But at this level, you cannot be wasting these chances. Akshat still has a one-goal deficit. Saranj has that one-goal lead, and he's being patient. I think he's going to move in only when the clock enters the 90th minute, so that he does not be vulnerable for a counter attack. And here is Ruud Gullit, plays it to Pele, who's going to try and find some space. Is he going to get the shot? Pele is in again, tries to play that pass to Gullit. goes out for a corner. That's not going to be full time. There's going to be a corner. And look at the difference in these two forwards. Pele with 5 shots and Mbappe with 0. Here is Ronaldo with the last shot of the game.
Fuck, fuck,
That's
fuck,
going to
fuck,
be
fuck.
somehow going to be dealt with. And the game
बहुत बच्चा है ब्रो
remains
ये.
at 1-0 to Saranj, who could have, who
Tune
should have maybe had at least 2 more goals. But Saranj knows he's got a result that he was looking for. It's not a draw, it's not a loss. He still has another game. Akshat still has another game. Once more, let's just take a look at that beautiful driven goal. There was only one result. The moment it left R9's feet, I think we all knew it was going to end up in the back of the net. Ladies and gentlemen, for everyone watching, let me know your thoughts of that first leg. The second leg is going to start very soon. Once again, if you're new here, make sure to follow us on Twitch. Make sure to check our social media handles, as you can see on your screen right now. On the bottom, Indian Football Team on Twitter, on Twitch, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Twitter. We are with the name Indian Football, and on Facebook, it's the Indian Football Team. Make sure to be a part of the Indian football family. And if you want to know more about these competitions as well, they will be updating more of this. Just to let you all know about the AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022. We've had 4 monthly qualifiers, and these are now the final stages. This game that you're looking at is the lower bracket quarterfinal being played between Saranj and Akshat Khandelwal, who had a game previously just before this game with Sagnik. And right now, we still have one leg to go in that. After the first leg, the result is in favor of Saranj, 1 goal to 0. Let's just see how it goes on in the second leg. We're waiting for these guys to start this game very soon. You can go ahead, let me know your thoughts, let me know your predictions, let me know what different would you like to see these two players do, considering that you've seen their first game already. I think we may have to take a short break before we go into the second leg. Do not go away, stay where you are, and we'll be back soon. Thank you so much for your patience, guys, and welcome back. We are back in again for this blockbuster clash between Saransh Jain and Akshat Khandelwal. The first leg finishing 1-0 in the favor of Saransh. We're now going to be starting with the second leg. Once again, Akshat is going to be in the black kit and Saransh is going to be in the red kit. Only time will tell who makes it through. But as we know, the brutal nature of sport, one of them has to win and one has to lose. And the loser of this game is unfortunately going to be eliminated from the AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022. Here we go again. We are underway. Akshat has the ball. Mbappe running at Saransh. And Bullet won the ball back, but Mbappe winning it back once again. Ronaldo now has the ball for Akshat. Pretty deep for R9 for sure. And he is going to be trying to make sure that he gets the ball. Here is Pele, who now has the ball, who pass on to Ronaldo. And Hullet, of course, now gets the ball back. Here is Saransh. Hakimi for Saransh is going to be the danger man when it comes to attacking with regards to overlapping. But talking about attack and talking about danger, here is R9 who scored the first goal, who may have assisted the next goal with Mbappe taking the shot, but it was blocked. And I have a feeling Ronaldo is offside. He is not offside. Ronaldo has scored another goal for Saransh. He wanted to score the goal right from kickoff. He's got the goal right in the first 6 minutes. 1-0 to Saransh, 2-0 on aggregate. And for everything that Akshat kept trying in the first leg, Saransh has shown why he is one of the best players in this country. Did not let the chance go waste. 1-0 once again in this leg and 2-0 on aggregate. And that is amazing. And I am just getting an update that Lokmanu will be joining me in the casting desk as well. I'll just wait for Lokmanu to be here. But in the meanwhile, I think Saransh has no intention of stopping for sure. Here is Saransh with Mbappe. Plays it back to Hullet, who was influential in that first leg. He's gone with the same lineup with the same Kante and Hullet partnership. Here is Pele to Mbappe. Pele once again has the chance. Hullet back to Kante, who's going to try and find that space. Back to Hullet, back to Pele. And looking at this, it looks like Saransh has something in mind. But Ruben Diaz goes ahead and stops it. And Lokmanu, if you can hear me, if you're here, what are your thoughts on this game? Okay, so Lokmanu is still trying to process what has happened in this game, the start of this game, which is why I'm going to continue, I think, for a long time. And right now, we have Kante for Saransh, who looks like he does not want to stop attacking. Here is Pele, right at the edge of the box, trying to find Hullet by going behind. There was Ronaldo making that run at the edge of the box, who has a position in that, I mean, who's been very, very, very good this entire game. Here is Hullet once again, passing it back to Cancelo. Now Hullet once again passes it back to Marquinhos. And I'm getting an update that Lokmanu is here once again. He's actually recovered from that first goal that Saransh scored. Lokmanu, how's life and what are your thoughts on this game?
Hi Salvin, it's great to join you. Am I audible first of all?
Oh yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
That's fantastic. So it's great to join, of course, for this wonderful matchup. And apologies that I couldn't join you earlier. I think it's fantastic to see you are here and taking us through all the games. And I think it's been a fantastic ride indeed, with Sagnik winning against Akshat in the winners bracket. And now we are seeing this losers bracket match. And Selvin, just to highlight this, I think there was a game in the upper bracket between Akshat and Saransh. And just when we say that Saransh is on the attack, takes a shot. Well, we have seen this from Saransh from time to time, going down those wings and trying to attack from the edge of the box. But Selvin, I was talking about Saransh conceding 9 goals against Akshat, and that was a big, big result for Akshat to be able to do that against a player of Saransh's caliber. But I think Saransh has recovered pretty well, and now he's trying to figure out the game of Akshat. I believe hasn't done much right now in terms of attacking in around the box of Saransh.
Well, absolutely, Lokmanu. First of all, it's shocking to listen to Saransh conceding 9 goals. And since that has happened, I think Saransh has done his homework pretty well. In the last game, Akshat had just one clear-cut chance. And Saransh right now has a lot more clear-cut chances. One of them is with Ronaldo. Is he going to take a shot? He is, but that's going to be well defended. And now Kafu is going to try and clear the ball. as we speak, Lokmanu, I think this game has been end to end, and that's something that we both would have expected. That's something everybody would have expected. What were your thoughts before tuning into this game?
अच्छा अपने chances ही लेके चलो
plan, and
मतलब
he is going to come
predetermined
with
की create
a
skill होती है
situation
ज़्यादा
where
तो
he
अच्छा
doesn't
मारता
want
है
the repeat of whatever happened in the game against Akshat in the winners bracket, and I think he is going to recover from that. And we've seen this Saransh has a trend that he tends to learn from his mistakes very, very quickly, and he has done this in all these tournaments, even in the tournament, the FGS tournament that we had seen. I think that was a case where Saransh had gone down in the losers bracket. I mean, not the loser bracket, but he had lost a game, and I think that really pushed him to in order to win and go ahead all the way up to win the tournament. Again, another tournament that we witnessed, Selvin. I think, in fact, you and I were working together for that event, and that was Saransh coming down from the losers bracket and winning. So it'll be no surprise if we see Saransh getting a definitive result out of this, because he is someone who
48 है
learns to pick up from his mistakes, like I said earlier, and of course he's someone who just
40 पे break करवा
catches
रहा हूँ
your
last
weakness
dance
if you play him again in another fixture.
Well, absolutely. I think you summed it up perfectly by saying Saransh is a player who can catch your weakness if you play him again, and he's somebody who
ये दे रहा
knows
है स्पेस
how
पर
to
जो
deal
दे
with
ही क्या
these
रहा
things.
है
When
यार
he loses, he becomes like a stronger version of himself for the rest of the tournament,
हाँ मत जब
and
second half
he
में
knows
लगा रहा हूँ
I
second half
think
में
he
और काम
delivers the
करेगा
best, as they say. The tough gets going when the going gets tough, and that's what Saransh is doing. Also, Lokmanu, just to highlight, we have another lower bracket quarterfinal which just has been done.
ये
It
देखो
was
46
between
का बॉल
Charanjot
पे
Singh and Vanshat Sharma, and
क्या हुआ
Charanjot has won it 7-2 on aggregate, 2-2 after the first leg,
2.2 का मिस किया
5-0
भाई
after the
बॉल ही
second
नहीं
one,
गया
and
यार
that is done, which
वो
means
कुछ सब
Vanshat
कुछ
has
ड्रॉप
been
हो गया या
eliminated
कुछ हो गया
and Charanjot moves into the next round. But this game right now, look, Manu, 1-0 on aggregate, 1-0 in the leg to Saransh, 2-0 on
डिफेंड
aggregate.
नहीं किया है
Do you
मतलब
think Akshat has a
एक
way
बार
back?
एक स्किल करके शॉट ले लो और एक्स्ट्रा पास
Yeah, no,
अभी
absolutely. I think that's a
अगर खुद
fantastic
जाके दे
result
दोगे
for
तो आप ओवर ड्रिबल नहीं कर रहे
Charanjot.
हो
In
उसके बाद
fact, we've seen Naveen play some outstanding FIFA against Charanjot in
और
the
मैं
winners
वही कहूँगा
bracket,
मतलब अब तो वो
and
अटैकिंग
he
फुटबॉल ही
has,
आएगा विंगर
of course, he pushed Charanjot in the lowest bracket final, and we,
मैं
of
विंग्स पे
course,
भाग रहा हूँ पर उसके बाद
expected
क्या
this
करूँ नहीं समझ
from
में आ रहा ना अभी
CJ, didn't we? That
ऐसे ही
he will
आके
come out with
स्ट्राइकर
all
को
guns
पीछे बुलाओ
blazing,
ब्रेक करो
and
उसके बाद
Vanshaj had a mountain to climb against Charanjot, who was, of course, we've known how consistent he is when it comes to all these big
और
tournaments.
अक्षत के
And
साथ
this is
मिल
a
लेना
chance
उसके बाद
for R9, and well, just when I was about to say that, very good defending there in order to stop that attack. But yes, of course, hard luck to Vanshaj. I think he had an incredible run in this tournament, and it is in fact CJ who's going to be moving ahead in the next round of this tournament, who of course will be playing the winner of this matchup.
Well, absolutely, and I think I cannot wait to see that. But right now, Akshat went for that shot, and once again, Lokmani, I do not think you've seen this today, but Akshat, I think the person that he's going to hate the most at the end of the day is going to be Van der Sar. He saved not just for Saransh but also for Sagnik. He saved almost everything, and he did not take a shot there. He went for that extra pass, and I think he's going to regret that decision because Saransh now has all of his attackers flying. Look at the space that Messi has. Look at the space Pele has. He's picked up Pele out here. There is Ronaldo. There's Hullet. Ronaldo in the center waiting. Is that going to be a decision that he's going to regret? I think it is. But wow, look, Manu, this game in a moment of 10 seconds can turn from attack to defense, from defense to attack.
No, absolutely, it's such an open-ended game, Selvin. I think this is something that we've witnessed in all the FIFA tournaments that we've worked together on, and of course, just to see as a spectator, as a neutral person as well. But just when I say that, this is a chance for Akshat to hit it with Pele, and that's a
आ
fantastic
गया भाई
roulette inside the box from that moment's Pele
हाँ
card.
वो
What a goal that
उसको
is from
उंगलीबाजी
Akshat.
जो
And I
लेना
think
मतलब
now he
और
is
ओवर
in a
पुश करेगा
position
अब
to
ये
come back
अभी
into
भी
this
आप यूज
game.
पे ही हो, उसको
What a
भेजो
way to
जीरो
cover
जीरो
up for the mistakes, Selvin. Just when we were talking about the game being so open-ended,
अब
and
वो
he's
मतलब
just
अगर मैं
come
विंग
back
बैक
into
भाग
this
रहा था
game
तो
with
एक लॉन्ग
that
बॉल डाल
goal,
देना और एंट्री आती है
especially
उसमें
after that
जाके
horrendous mistake where you said should have taken a shot with R9. And this is, of course, a positive that will put Saransh under a little bit of pressure.
Well, absolutely, and I think it was very critical for Akshat to not concede next and to score the next goal because it still gives him a fair chance because it's still 2 on an aggregate to Saransh, which looks fairly achievable. And looking at the way he's playing right now with confidence, he knows he's beaten Van der Sar once. He can beat him again for sure. Here is Puskas at the edge of the box. He's going to try and retain the ball somehow. He's done that. But credits to Akshat, of course. A lot of people would be frustrated thinking, this is not my day. Maybe this is not working out for me today. I don't think I'll be able to score those goals. But he kept believing in himself and he scored the goal. And you never know, he may go ahead and cause an upset right now.
Well, he indeed can, but I think just when we were talking about that, I think Akshat is taking a bit too much time in the middle of the pitch. Saransh, of course, has predicted the way he's attacking it right now. This could be Saransh's chance to finish off the game, but Marquinhos, what an interception that is, Selvin, indeed, because that goal, and it would have definitely sealed the spot for Saransh into the next round. And you can, of course, you can see from the pattern of Akshat's gameplay, he's created so many chances in the winners bracket final, of course, in the winners semis against Sagnik. But he was just not able to convert
और
them, and
अटैक में
that's
इतना रश मत
extremely
करो मतलब
frustrating for Akshat,
उसको आप थोड़ा
as you
स्लो
mentioned
डाउन भी
earlier.
करोगे तो भी वो
And
फिर
this is
भाग
his
भी जाएगा
chance
वो
right now.
थोड़ा
These are the next crucial 18 minutes plus stoppage time that Akshat has in order to redeem himself and take those chances. Otherwise, he'll just be very frustrated to watch this match again on replay.
Well, very much. I think one of the things that you hate being a professional FIFA player is when you practice something day in, day out, and when things do not go as per what you planned. But Saransh right now has things going right how he would have planned them. One pass to open up that defense from the wing, one cut back to Ronaldo, and once Ronaldo had the ball with that much space, look, Manu, let's be very honest. We knew there was only going to be one
राइटिंग कर
result,
दिया खुद को ही
regardless
नहीं जा
of
रहा
any
गोल के अंदर
goalkeeper, or maybe even if he had 5 goalkeepers out there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think the way Saransh opened up the defense of Akshat in this scenario, I think obviously that was a case when you are chasing a game against the likes of Saransh, because I've been in this position so many times that when you're chasing, you have to put all the bodies up front. And it is a situation where you don't really have defensive options, no matter how defensive you play in that game, especially with that Kante in the midfield. And it is a situation, Selvin, we've seen from time and again that no matter how many players that come back in order to hold that back line, you will expose yourself because you're chasing a goal. You do not have your team in the best shape possible. And I think that is the case with Akshat here, and it was coming indeed, the way Saransh was so composed. And in order to get that goal, I think this is pretty much an impossible task for Akshat. Do you think there's a comeback possible, though?
Well, I think it's going to depend on this chance, and right now I feel there is no comeback possible for sure. Maybe, just maybe, if Akshat would have gone in and scored with that Ronaldo out there, he would have had a chance. But looks like it may not be the case. But you never know. This is a game of FIFA. Miracles can happen, magic can happen, and this game can surprise you at all points of time. But right now, Saransh wants to do something which is not surprising, which is trying to score one more goal to settle this game once and forever, and to make sure that he has the privilege of playing the last few minutes with less pressure. Here is Pele inside the box. Ronaldo once again. Same shot, same combination, same result. Are we even surprised, Lokmani, to see him score one more?
Definitely not. Indeed, that was a fantastic goal created from that right wing. And I think we've seen that from Saranj so many times. He knows Akshat's weaknesses. I am, of course, surprised that Saranj did concede 9 goals because of Akshat's attacking brilliance. But when it comes to defending, of course, the experience of competing in all these years has, basically been so vital in the reverse fixture that they've played in the losers bracket. And exactly what I was mentioning at the start of this match, Selvin, that Saranj knows how to come back in the game even when he drops down to the losers bracket. He's not done this once, he's not done this twice. He's doing it for the third time, and that proves consistency that he can read the game, which is why he's one of the best players in the country and being so consistent year in, year out. It's that experience that matters, and unfortunately for Akshat, that is going to be lights out.
Well, absolutely. And Lokman, just before you joined, okay, I was telling the audiences about how crucial Hakimi is going to be in this leg for Saransh, because I did see him attempt those passes in the first half. I mean, in the first leg. I know that could have been a big goal, but Ronaldo could not get the better of Van der Sar out there. And Hakimi in this game, if you notice, Lokmanu, he went ahead and had a role in all 3 goals. It was his through ball that he gave to Messi or to the players who were on the wings to create that chance in the center. And I think Saranj had that game plan, because I could see him use that player again and again and again. But credits to Saransh Vedu. He's gone ahead and he's made sure that he's going to go into the lower bracket semis where he's going to play Charan Jyot 4-1 on aggregate after 2 legs. Congratulations, Saransh. Hard luck to Akshat. A great run comes to an end, but I'm sure there's going to be pretty much to talk about and pretty much to do for him. But Lokmanu, what a great game of FIFA we've just seen.
Oh, absolutely. I think this is one of the most common moments where we see Saransh coming from that pressure situation. And I think he thrives under pressure, is what we've seen in all these years. And I think this would be a match really to to get the community going, because a match between Charanjot and Saransh is something that we've always wanted to see, all the big players playing against each other. And this would be the moment for both those players to in fact come into, to obviously one of those players will be knocked out of this tournament because they're in the losers bracket, Selvin, and it's only 2 legs to decide that. But Saransh has sort of confirmed his position, um, in the to be in the grand scheme of things, and I do believe that he has the momentum in order to beat Charanjot, because CJ is not expected to be in this situation a lot of times, and Saransh had to play so many difficult matches in the lower bracket finals to make it to this stage. So I do believe he has the momentum, and maybe he can give a very tough time to CJ.
Well, absolutely. I think, there are 4 monthly qualifiers, and now we have only 4 left. Two of them are very familiar faces in this situation, Charan Jyot and Saransh. Both these players, I mean, as you said, we've seen them time and again going into the lower bracket, but then coming back and winning the entire tournament. Like, at times they just take the tournament favorite out by a surprise, and whoever is in the winners bracket final, they just rip them apart. They score 3 or 4 goals for fun. But the sad part is going to be that only one of them is going to go through, because the next match that we have between Charanjot and Saransh, as Lokmani said, is the lower bracket semi final. So, unfortunately, the loser of the game will be eliminated, but the winner will go on to meet the players that would, I mean, the loser between Naveen and Sagnik. 4 great players, 4 informed players, Lokmanu. I think everyone is in for a treat.
Oh, absolutely. As always, we've seen such familiar faces coming in the scene, and winning all these tournaments. Sometimes it's CJ, sometimes it's Saransh. In all these big tournaments that we've seen, because they're involved right now, I'm mentioning their name. But the new names that have come up right now is, I feel, Naveen, who's been fantastic in the domestic league. He was the most valuable player indeed, with the most number of goals, and he was a champion of that domestic league. So I do believe he's got all the momentum on his side in order to actually be crowned the champion of the AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022. And Sarknik, of course, this is a very huge moment for him, something he's been dreaming for a very long time. And I think we will talk about that when that match comes up. But right now, I think it's all about Charanjot versus Saranj, the big clash. And I do believe both the players are going to give their best, because it is a moment to shine. It is a moment to knock the other player out, of course, play for your pride, and of course play for that grand prize pool as well.
Well, absolutely, Lokmani. I think we're going to talk a lot about this game. We're going to analyze the game and, uh, get the views of the audience as well, and hopefully get some more people to watch this blockbuster. But before that, I think we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back soon with the blockbuster game between Charanjot Singh and Saran Jain in the lower bracket semi-finals. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go away. We'll be right back.
Yes, Selvin, am I audible?
Okay, welcome in, guys, and thank you so much for your patience. We now have the clash between Charanjot Singh and Saransh Jain that's going to happen right in front of us. Look, Manu, this is the clash we were waiting for, and what a treat to have this right away.
Oh yes, absolutely, Selvin. I think it is fantastic to have this game kicked off so soon, and I think the build-up for this game should always have that much of time in between for us all to, just get ready and gear up for such a big match between arguably two of the most consistent FIFA players in India. And we have seen time and again both of them sharing trophies between each other, and it's almost like a boxing match. Like one punch is like one tournament from one side and the other, and that's how their equation is, to be honest. Both of them obviously teammates in their esports organization, and that is something that both of them have sort of an idea as to how the other player plays in almost every single match. And Saranj, with that momentum, Selvin, I think what I was talking about, will sort of favor him. Maybe, let's see, because obviously Charanjot did beat V Sharma as well, and we can say the same for him. But I think the bracket for Saranj has been much tougher, and that should give him a lot of moral boost going into this game against CJ.
Well, absolutely. And just before we go ahead and speak about this match, just to let you all know, Charanjot is in the white kit right now. It's Saransh is in the red, and Charanjot has that chance. And Johan Cruyff now has the ball, gives it back to Ronaldo. But yes, talking about that moral boost, look at what it can do to you, and that is a big save by Van der Sar and Lokmanu. I mean, these two players, as you were saying, they've either been in the finals or they played each other in the finals, or they've been like the winners, even if they were not like, if one of them was not in the finals. So these guys know each other's games in pressure situations, in like, clutch situations, inside out. And I'm sure this is going to be a margin of some amazing moments of FIFA that a lot of young players, a lot of new players would like to see and would like to adapt in their games. And that's going to be something that the entire community needs to watch.
Oh yes, absolutely, Selvin. I think it's the quality that both the players have, and it's the level of the fixture. What I would say, there's such a big tournament. It's a national qualification event, and just when I was saying that, I think the referee just probably decided not to give that penalty. It was such a 50-50 call in there, but great tackle nonetheless in order to stop Pele from going inside the box. And it's now CJ right around the box with Messi, plays it out to Hakimi. He's already created a very good chance inside the box. Will try and come in once again, but Marquinhos this time was there in order to stop that chance.
Well, absolutely. I think Saransh must be thankful to Marquinhos for stopping that chance. And Lokman, I would just like to tell you, even, I mean, throughout this day of the AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022, I have seen the referee today being a little lenient as compared to what we know them for in FIFA 22. We've seen some soft penalties being given, and today we've seen some shocking decisions not being awarded even as a foul, no card, no penalty, nothing. But right now, here is Sharan Jodh gets that millisecond. A split second is what you need to get that goal. And R9 with that finesse. No time for Saransh's Van der Sar to move. 1-0 already in the 20th minute. What a start to this game, Lokmanu.
Oh, absolutely, indeed. I think this was a goal out of the blue, of course, where you take that finesse shot from the edge of the box, and that is expected from Charanjot, of course, who will not sit back, in fact, and will punish you for any space that you give it to him. And we've seen in the PlayStation 4 version of FIFA 22 how these finesse shots fly in from the edge of the box. You just have to get the timing right, which is the green time and that particular angle. And it will definitely reward you for that space that you have opened up around the edge of the box. Talking about space being opened up, Hullet had that chance to play it into the feet of Kylian Mbappe, but fantastic interception there by Hakimi. The control of CJ Selvin is something I wanted to talk about as soon as he scored the goal, because he is now for a chance. Messi inside the box, and what a tackle that is from Ruben Diaz.
What a clutch tackle indeed. But yes, his control with regards to this overall game is amazing. The only thing I think that he's not done, which was not to be labeled as amazing, was giving away the ball, because right now Saransh has 3 runners. CJ has his entire defense running behind, but Pele still has the ball. He's going to try and pass it back to Mbappe, but CJ, cool as ever, gets ahead. And as I say that, makes a wrong dummy move, I think, out there, or maybe did not lock to him. But Saransh has the ball again. Now Kylian Mbappe He's going to try and take a shot, but that is a clutch tackle. And wow, Lokmanu, I think both of us are going to fall short of breath and fall short of words by the time the two legs are over.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because just when we say that Pele has a chance for now to score that goal, but great save there by Van der Sar. Absolutely correct, Selvin. This is going to be an end-to-end game because it is amongst, like I said, the two of the most consistent FIFA players in terms of achieving and winning tournaments in all these years that I've competed myself, and you've seen it like in your time of working as a caster and working as an analyst for all these games where you see where you follow the whole pro FIFA scene in India. You've seen the consistency and the stats, and they don't lie. And this is probably the best game that we can watch. And CJ now with a chance, gonna ball roll around the goalkeeper, and that is R9 not gonna miss from his left foot. What a beautiful goal that is! Just going around the keeper. This typical Saranch move, as I always say it. We've seen him do this a lot of times by sitting down the goalkeeper as well. But this time, CJ, of course, known for such great goals in all these years, has scored another one over Saranch, and now he himself is going to take control of the game. Saranch, on the other hand, looks under pressure. You can see the manual switching of Selvin, and I want you to talk about this particular thing, how strong the basics of CJ are. Just when I say that, great interception right at the end. In fact, it blocked there by Maldini to stop that chance.
Yeah, Lokmanu, I just think Saransh thought he's offside, which is why Ronaldo just stopped running, if you noticed. I'm not very sure, but if that was the case, I think Saransh is going to be kicking himself. He literally stopped with Ronaldo and he was like, I'm just going to throw it away. And then realized, oh no, this guy is not offside. But then coming back to what you were saying, I think, CJ, with regards to his gameplay, we've seen him time and time again. That second goal was a thing of beauty as well, a work of art. I mean, that composure in such a pressure game against such a fantastic player is something incredible. And who would have thought we've already reached the first half and it's 2-0 to Charan Jyot. Lower bracket semi-final going on. Unfortunately, the loser of this game, I mean, after two legs, is going to go back home and there is going to be no coming back from that. But I think this game right now looks like is very one-sided, unfortunately.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I think it's too early to even judge the result of this game right now. But from what we've seen, Selvin, like you rightly said, I think it looks like pretty much one-sided the way Charanjot has dominated this game. And obviously, he's a player who likes to take control of this game. Saranch, on the other hand, is so good with his attacking prowess that I feel one or two goals back in the game, and he will try and, of course, hit CJ on the counter. The only thing that I feel is when it comes to playing the game competitively is that once CJ has a big lead, it is very difficult to get the ball off of him, and he keeps his defense pretty much compact. You can see the press, you can see how he brings out his fullbacks in order to stop those chances. And just when I say that, look at that pressure from Bellingham in order to win the ball high up the pitch. I think both the players are very good at doing so. Both of them, in my opinion, have the best manual pressing in the country, and it shows in a game of this caliber because Charanjot right now is going to be facing a bit of an issue because that's a fantastic goal, Selvin. Well, I did not expect that pass to go through, and the finish first time near post. And Van der Sar must be wondering how did I concede that, and even CJ now bit of under pressure.
Well, absolutely. Let's be very honest. I think both of us were 100% certain that CJ is going to block that pass. But then Saranj, of course, showing that at times you just need to stick to your basics. You just need to stick to simple football. And you can just get a goal by doing things at the most easiest things. I mean, that was something incredible. But what's good for us is that Saranj has a goal back, which means this game is still on, this tie is still on. 2-1, and you never know, it can be 2-2 in the blink of an eye, but I think that's going to be offside, and yes, it is offside. Charanjot wasting no time, starting the game again, wants to get that third goal, and for sure does not want Saransh to get away with this, isn't it?
Absolutely, Selvin. I think Saranj took a bit of too much time, I believe, around the box where he could have had the chance to play the pass to Kylian Mbappe a little earlier from Cancelo and then deciding to do so eventually. And by that time, Mbappe was offside. And you don't really see CJ's defense that opened up. And well, just talking about that right now, it's again a case where Pele is coming inside the box. Nice try with the player lock, but CJ with his defense doing a very good job. And now Charanjot will try and play out from the wings with Kylian Mbappe.
Well, now you can look at Charan Jodh, his play style and the gameplay does look a little affected. I think he's being a little cautious about it. Both these players, of course, have this tendency of playing with that risk and reward factor wherein you risk it all for that reward. But right now, I think it's better to go with the better safe than sorry factor, because right now here is Saransh, who tried once again something a little extra, trying to beat Charan Jodh, because you know you need to get that extra thing to beat Charan Jodh, who now luckily gets the ball back with Ronaldo once again, and who can try and build up an attack once again. But I think he's gonna slow it down and not rush it. But Ronaldo is in through, but that's well read by Marquinhos and well read by Saranch. Look, Manu, let's be very honest. I'm sure there's going to be another goal in this game.
Oh, no, absolutely. There's going to be plenty more, Selvin, that we're going to be witnessing. Not probably not just in this leg also, but in the second one as well. Because both the players, like I said, so good attacking wise. And look at that slide tackle from CJ. Absolutely, that's prime time Charanjot we're watching. Pressing with those fullbacks and that slide tackle. It's just phenomenal to watch. Just shows all the players that who want to play at the highest stage that this is how you do it, because that pressing is so important. I think controlling players manually is something that rewards you the most. Of course, we all know how FIFA is, Selvin. You get those lucky bounces if when you tackle and it doesn't go in your favor. But CJ reduces that by a very big margin. Say it's a 50-50 ball, he would try and make it 75-25 in his favor by making these sort of tackles. And I think that's the kind of advantage that that he has right now in this game over Saranch.
Well, absolutely. I think CJ is one player who can make things turn into his favor by taking those risks or by trying things that we do not really see other players trying. Like, for example, that sliding tackle out of nowhere, he just came in rushing, where most of us thought, okay, maybe this is a 50-50. It ended up being 100-0. And once again, Hakimi pressing those defenders despite of being his right back, and that would open up a lot of space, and Saransh has to make the most of it. But here's Cristiano Ronaldo, who decides to go back in the center. Kante to Mbappe to Pele now, and Ronaldo again with the ball. Mbappe with that space. Kante making that supporting run, gets the ball back, but goes all the way back. Looking at this, it looks like there are a lot of nerves in, like, that are coming into play right now. You do not want to be making those wrong decisions. You want to stick to what you've been practicing, knowing that one mistake can be fatal at this stage. Here is Mbappe again, who gives the ball to Bellingham. There is Ronaldo again. That's going to be a try, an attempt to hopefully get the ball past. And here is Saranch once again with the ball. Hullet to Pele, who is dropped very deep to Kante, who gets it all back to Hakimi. Who I think Saranch would be hoping for those magic through balls to Messi or Mbappe on the wings. And look, Manu, if you're still with me, what do you think of this last 10 minutes that we've had?
I know, Selvin, I think I had some technical issues, but I'm back now. And yeah, I do believe that if this scoreline stays the same, then Saranch will be very happy because of the way CJ has played in this game. And it's basically damage limitation in this game. And you can see clearly that he's trying to go for the last attack. And if he does get that equalizer, of course, that will be a very, very big advantage going into the second leg for Saranch, because he was down by 2 goals to come back into this game against the likes of CJ. And you can see he's waiting for the last attack. Kylian Mbappe in a very good position. Fantastic dribbling there. Does get the ball there in the position where he wanted it the most. R9, a couple of dribbles. Gets it back with Kante. This could be the moment that Saranch clutches this game in this final moment. R9! And that's the goal that he needed, Selvin. This is exactly what I was talking about. Get that chance, get that interception going for you. At the last second, Kante intercepting, and that pass into R9 with that beautiful reverse elastico. Probably the most overpowered skill move in this game. My personal favorite indeed, Selvin. Just the way the animation goes and the players score the goal, I think it is absolutely fantastic to see. And now we're back at level pegging 2-all, and for a grandstand second leg in this great matchup.
Well, absolutely. Let's be very honest. The way Saransh kept getting the ball and the way, unfortunately, Charanjot kept giving away the ball in that dangerous area, I did feel that Saransh is going to end up scoring this one. But I think this was a game of two halves. The first half belonged to Charanjot, the second half belonged to Saransh. And 2-all at the end of the day is a result which you would have liked to see as an audience, as a neutral, because this game is something like a national championship game as well. These two players, possibly two of the greatest players in the last 4 or 5 seasons, are up against each other. And 2-2 with such an entertaining game. Charan Jodh scoring two, Saransh making that comeback and scoring with the last kick. Things are going right as per the script.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Selvin. I think I do believe this is a situation where we're going to be witnessing a very, very cagey second leg because it's now level pegging and it's not Saransh rushing out his defenders. He's not going to be playing that game where he would have had to play if this was 2-0 because he had to put pressure from the start. But now it's all back to square and we are now, without wasting any more time, starting with the second leg. And exactly at Selvin, the consistency both these players that you were mentioning just now, I think we're going to be seeing that right now as well because the compact defense of both these players and to be able to break it down takes something special. And either one of them gets the first goal, it was massively, massively boost their chances of getting into that next round. And here we go, kicking off the second leg between Charanjot and Saransh. What a matchup we have in front of us. And this time, I think the kits are reversed. To let all the viewers know, this time it is Saransh playing from right to left in the white kit, whereas Charanjot is playing from left to right in that red kit of Liverpool. And what a game this promises to be, Selvin.
Well, what a game this promises to be, especially considering how the first game started and ended. And Saransh wants to continue from where he left off, but unfortunately for him, he cannot beat Van der Sar this time. And that's a very crazy animation out there, as you can see Messi and the cameraman together. But this is going to be a crazy game for sure, and that's what Saransh has in mind. Ronaldo has four defenders to beat, and Ruud Gullit standing there like a rock, getting the ball back. And Charan Jodh still has the ball with Messi, who passes it to Hakimi. And that's some good play out there under pressure in tight situations. Here is Ronaldo, and that's going to be offside.
Oh yeah, that's offside indeed because Cruyff was trying to get away. What a tackle that is! So I'm mentioning Johan Cruyff, the way CJ just pressurizes his opponent in his own half. Look at that beautiful lateral heel to wheel with Kylian Mbappe. Takes a green time shot, and what a goal that would have been. The way Charanjot pressed high up the pitch with Cruyff, I mean, probably one of the worst tacklers in the game because he's definitely not a midfielder or a centre back, and yet that pressure that CJ puts with his strikers in order to win that ball high up the pitch is something that is really going to be a task for Saransh because that was almost a goal after that snatch, Selvin. I think that was an opportunity which was most likely going in.
Well, it was for sure. And let's be very honest, had CJ scored that, Saransh would have been pissed off with himself because he conceded a similar goal that opened up the scoring for Charanjot in the first leg. And conceding again for a similar position without moving the keeper would have been a lot of damage to his confidence for sure. But right now, what is not damaging his confidence is that Mbappe is in here. But I think for the first time, he's taken his decision too quickly. But here is the man who won the ball back for him, Johan Cruyff, with that amazing interception and now with an amazing pass to find Ronaldo, who finds Mbappe, who still has the ball with him. And I think this time he's going to try and make something out of this. But Hakimi has been overpowering for both these players, and he's just been at his best.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think fullbacks are so crucial in any game of FIFA. I personally love to play a lot out with my fullbacks, and that's I think exactly the case with a lot of players we've seen over these years who are becoming a lot more consistent in terms of challenging for the highest possible titles in the country, Selvin. When you were playing back in the day as well, you knew how important it is to use your fullbacks in order to create those chances because a good player will always be very compact with his defense in the center. And just how it is with real life football, I think using your fullbacks, because you mentioned this topic, I think it is a highlight of both these players right now playing. Now it's a chance for Pele and a great tackle by Ruben Diaz. But yeah, to go back to that point, Selvin, I do believe that fullbacks are so crucial. We saw that great slide tackle as well from Hakimi in the last game from CJ, and I think that is the case with how these players are using, their wing backs in order to create chances, in order to make those crucial tackles, in order to even make that press. Because sometimes you're not able to do that with your CB, otherwise you will just leave your defense exposed.
Well, very true. I think the modern day game, and not just real football, but even FIFA, when we speak about, has revolutionized a lot with regards to new formations, with regards to new tactics, and using your fullbacks to attack and to defend both is possibly like the trend, if I could use the current generation word. But right now, I think Saranj wants to get that goal, and he's been trying everything. But credits to CJ, that composure in defense is absolutely mad. And especially after Saranj enters that opponent's penalty box, it's pretty difficult to control anything. And right now, what CJ has in control is this run by R9, who has Mbappe in the center, who is gonna try and go on that left foot, but Saransh already read his intentions. Of course, this is something that comes with practicing against a player, playing against a player multiple times, and that's one way to read this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think this has been a case where CJ has put a lot of pressure on Saranj from the wings, and he's just knocking on the door because we saw that finesse shot also coming down that left hand side, and you can see the number of attacks he just created from that side, almost getting that ball in, Bellingham to Cruyff, and a very good interception there by Marquinhos indeed. You can see the pressure that is being put by Charanjot, which has sort of left him exposed. Now Messi in a very good position. Can he square off this ball to R9? And that interception was so crucial. Ruben Diaz, definitely the best centre back, I believe, in this game with all the unlocked accounts. That team of the year, Ruben Diaz, always gets the positioning right if you are manually switching him and positioning him in the right direction as well. And that was a let off for CJ after the way he just pulled out his fullbacks in that particular scenario.
So can you refresh your
Well,
browser,
that
Harsh?
was indeed. Well, that was indeed. But it was a panic moment as well because if Ruben Diaz did not get in on time, that would have been a goal for sure. And right now, here is Mbappe once again. I'm sorry. Here's Saransh once again with Ronaldo. Cancelo out of all people. Here's Pele. Is that going to be a shot? And it's going to be a great interception once again by Charanjot, who now has a chance. And here is Ronaldo, who now gives the ball back to Hullet. And there is Messi who's making that run. And I am not sure if Charanjot can find him.
Yeah, and I think that is the halftime whistle. Apologies for the technical glitch out there, and I do believe that Selvin, this match has given us so much of close moments to talk on, especially that chance with Pele at the end for Saranj that he did that reverse elastico and almost got the shot through. And we've seen this so many times, haven't we, Selvin? That in situations like these, players tend to rely upon those large last ditch tackles, and that exactly what saved Charanjot, because had he conceded that, it would have definitely put a lot of pressure on him. But here we are with the second half of the second leg. The scores are tied on aggregate 2-all between Charanjot Singh and Saranj Jain, and it is Saranj playing from left to right in the white kit. And what an interception there by CJ just at the start of this half, Selvin.
Well, absolutely, and I think that's what he'd be hoping for. And as you said, had Saran scored the goal, Charanjot would have been very disappointed, especially considering that he was 2-0 up, and that is a risky pass to play from your goalkeeper to defender who's just having a striker right next to him, especially with Saransh pressing him for his life. And this is unbelievable stuff. I've not seen Charanjot play this way for a long time, wherein he makes these wrong decisions when it comes to passing, and that can be absolutely brutal and fatal. But Mbappe just does not get his footing right. But Charanjot is going to be feeling a little bit relieved, or maybe not. He's just trying to play with fire right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that was a very good chance for Charanjot indeed, in order to create that chance. And with Mbappe, of course, going down the wings, just getting a bit unlucky that the ball hit the trailing leg of the defender there. Otherwise, CJ was in a very good position to square that pass into the path of CJ striker in the box, who was waiting, who was begging for that tap in to be put away. But we have almost reached the hour mark, Selvin, and this game has been deadlocked. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. That had this game been a 2-0 score still to CJ, it would have been a completely different scenario, because you would have seen Saranch pressing the life out of Charanjot with his midfielders, especially. And we all know how good Saranch's pressing is. But right now, the game is so level that both these players are just trying to reduce any defensive errors. You can see they're not playing with that sort of free flowing tackles as we would expect, Selvin, in a situation where one of the players is down on aggregate.
Well, yes, indeed. It does look like a very different version of these two players, and very, like, fair to say, both these players do not want to take that unnecessary risk and allow yourself to be open for a counter. They're trying some different things, which are hoping, like, I'm sure they're hoping that they become a little unpredictable because they've played each other multiple times. That's what CJ has been doing. I've not seen him attack in this way from the flanks for a long time, but he still has the ball with Cruyff. Is he going to take another shot? He does. It hits the crossbar but does not land in the back of the net. He would have been very happy if that would have paid off for him, but right now it hasn't, and that is a big relief for sure.
Oh, Marcel, and I think that's one of the best chances I've seen CJ create in all this time. And wow, what a press that was from Ruben Diaz. You can see him on the left flank, just trying to snatch the ball out for CJ in order to keep this particular attack going. And now Saranch, of course, trying to rotate the ball. But that chance, I think the close control dribbling from Charanjot just speaks for how good he is on the ball with that left stick in his hand. The way he just kept moving the players in order to find that space, and then that turn from Cruyff and taking that shot. Unfortunately, red timing it. I think that had that been green, Selvin, that was a sure shot goal and would have been one of the best goals in the tournament, because the number of bodies, Selvin, that Saranch had in his D box, CJ still managed to dribble past it with Cruyff and managed to get a shot away, which of course tends to get very difficult in a scenario like that.
Well, absolutely. But credits to these players for playing the highest level of FIFA in the highest level of tournament. Of course, there's a lot online out here. It is the AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022. This is the lower bracket semi-finals between two of the most decorated players in the Indian FIFA scene. And oh my goodness me, that could have been advantage Saranch, but Rude Hullet, out of all people, Saranch's favorite player, could not get the better of Edwin van der Sar there. Look, Manu, let's be honest. I mean, be honest with me. Did you think that was a goal?
Yeah, I think that should have been a goal. I think the animation from Ruud Gullit in that scenario, just the ball that it sort of dips like that, it just didn't go as planned for Saranch, because I think the whole game we have seen only CJ dominate in those chances. We've only seen, I think, one chance from Saranch at the end of the first half with that reverse elastico from Pele getting blocked there by Charanjot at the end. And this was, I think, probably the best chance of this game. And these are the situations, Selvin, that come back to haunt you if you end up conceding after this, because you were like, this was a clear-cut chance. And you sit back watching the replay thinking, why did the animation of that shot didn't really go right? Because you are doing the right thing as per, the input on the controller, for example. Just going in a bit of detail, because that's what the players think at the end of the day, Selvin. You've been there so many times. And yeah, I think the shot just did not go as planned for Saranch, and that would be a game changer, in my opinion.
Well, absolutely. There are a lot of times where you feel, the animations or the mechanics did not go the way you would have wanted them to be. I think that's something that happened with Charan Jot as well. He made a very smart decision before playing the lofted through ball, but then it just did not go as planned. And right now, one of them has to hope that things go as per their plan, because if this game stays at 0-0, we are going to go into the third game with a golden goal. And to decide this game of such a high caliber on golden goal is for sure going to be heartbreaking for me and for everyone who's watching for sure. But Saransh for sure has other plans right now. Pele has a lot of space in there, and so does Mbappe and Ronaldo. Mbappe does not get the ball. Ronaldo does not get the ball. But Charanjot possibly now has one final attack. And Lok Manu, looking at how things have been, I will not be surprised if somebody scores from this attack. Okay, I think Lokmanu is experiencing some technical difficulties, but right now we are into the last minute and Saransh has given the ball away.
I think I
It
do believe
looks
that we
like,
lost Selvin's voice in between. I think this is the last chance of this game, and it will fall down to Saransh now. In fact, wow, Charanjot giving the ball away in a very crucial position. R9 with a good chance plays it into the path of Mbappe, who will try and play it to Pele, but Maldini coming in clutch for Charanjot to make that last ditch tackle, and this game finishes 3-3 in terms of shots. Of course, sorry, the scoreline is 0-0, and the shots were 3-3 in fact. And wow, I was just gonna go into the detail of it. That it's only been 3 shots each, Selvin, but 0 goals in the second leg. That means the aggregate score is 2-all, and we will be going into the third game for that golden goal match. How do you think this is going to pan out? Because it's all about getting the first goal and it's done. The opponent player loses, and it's such a heartbreak, like you were mentioning, for you, for me, for all the community members watching these two great players, and of course for themselves, whoever loses. It is going to be such a crucial matchup. I think all the focus now comes down to controlling the game and creating that one chance, and not making it like a 50-50 chance. I think making like a 100% chance that will definitely go in, and I think that would be the difference maker, and obviously the victory for that particular player.
well, absolutely. I think golden goal can be very punishing. And right now, we do not have an option to separate these two legends of the Indian FIFA scene. But it's going to come down to a lot of decision making. One of them is going to be thinking, should I attack or should I wait for the opponent to attack, or should I wait on the counter? Should I invite the pressure or should I put all the pressure in the world? Because both these things have a big risk. If you attack, if you score, well and good. If you do not score, there's a high chance you concede a counter. If you're sitting back hoping I get a counter, if the opponent does not score, you may get one. But if the opponent does score, you're going to regret thinking, I did not even try. So there are a lot of mind games that are going to be happening right now. Both these players need to think about what the other guy is going to do and then make them play as per your style. But knowing how good these players are, of course, they have around, 15, 16 national titles amongst them, which is something that speaks for itself. And I'm just hoping that the goal that we see is worthy of taking one of these players through to the next round.
I think there was some technical issue, Selvin, that I probably could not hear you. I'm just gonna figure it out what happened there. But of course, it is for the viewers to
Yeah.
listen into all the insights and all the things that is going to be the case. Yes, I think I do believe I'm not able to hear my co-caster, and we're trying to figure this out. But Selvin, yes. Of course, I think while this is fixed, you can probably talk about how the mentality of these players are going to go going into this third game of golden goal. Do you think they're going to be taking a different tactical approach as well? Because I do believe you've seen the pattern of Charanjot and Saransh play it throughout this tournament in the lower bracket, even CJ in the winners bracket as well. And I think you could see how they react in those different situations.
Well, absolutely. First of all, can you hear me right now? Well, looks like there is some technical glitch that's happening, which is why I cannot. I mean, I do not think Lokmanu is able to hear me. I'm just gonna be waiting for the backend to try and fix this as soon as possible. goal game between Saransh Jain and Charanjot Singh. Charanjot is playing in the white kit and Saransh is playing in the Liverpool kit. I have Lokman here with me, who's as excited as I am, and it's going to come down to just one goal between these two players. And Lokman, I'm not going to ask you for a prediction, but let's just hope this does not come down to a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely, Selvin. I think this is a match where anything can happen, obviously, because the momentum, everything just does not matter because you're not going to get another chance. You're not going to get a kickoff. You're not going to get a second chance once you concede because once you concede, you are out of this tournament because this is a loser bracket. Who would have thought Charanjot and Saranj, both these players, would be in the loser bracket in the first place because they don't have any second chances after this. And now that their game was so close in both the matches, the first and the second leg, an aggregate score of 2-all. Well, just when we say that this is a chance now for Saransh, but very well defended there by CJ. You have to be so precise in these tackles, Selvin, because one mistake you end up giving away the penalty, and that is basically giving 70%, 75% chance of you to like just give the goal out.
Well, absolutely, and I was scared that that would have been a penalty. I mean, I would not like this game to be settled with a penalty. I mean, not just a penalty shootout, but somebody winning a golden goal on penalties. But right now, Charanjot has all the space in the world, but that is well dealt with by Saransh. Oh, now he's given the ball away. Cruyff once again. Ronaldo has a lot of space. Ronaldo is going to take a shot. No, that's going to be a fake shot and Bullet to cover it up. Wow, what a moment of madness.
Wow, that was such a crucial interception, Selvin. I think Hullett just came in at the most crucial time because R9 was about to get the shot away. And had Hullett not come into his path, he would have definitely conceded that goal because R9 had an open goal to take a shot at. But very well defended there by Saranch. And now CJ finds himself in a very good position with Cruyff just going to run down. And Ruben Diaz just pushing Cruyff, and well, again, Selvin, that we were talking about. Had Cruyff just fell down there, Neymar, apologies, Cruyff would have fallen down, and that would have been a penalty for Charanjot to capitalize on. But very well defended there by Saranj, who now has an attack with Lionel Messi inside the box. Mbappe is going to get a second bite at the cherry. Can he now capitalize on this? Selvin Kante in a very good position, rotating the ball all the way back. I think Saranch has done a very good job in order to rotate this particular scenario.
Well, absolutely he has. Let's be very honest. Right now, I can feel the pressure right now while we commentate in this game. I can feel the nerves. It's my breath that I can hear as well. I cannot tell you what these players must be going through every time the opponent has the ball in a dangerous area or every time they have the ball when they can make, like, it's an attacking situation. It's just crazy how these guys, I mean, FIFA looks to be a very easy game, but believe me, it is not. And these two make it look very easy, and right now it's the ultimate test that these guys can have in the AIFF eFootball Challenge 2020. Here is Charanjot not wanting to give the ball away, gives it to Ronaldo, who gives it to Hullet, who has a lot of players alongside him. Saranj being patient, not getting his players out. He knows he'll win the ball back. He does win the ball back, and Bellingham has taken the shot. But Van der Sar with a big save, Lokman.
Wow, the way just Bellingham got the ball, Selvin, in that situation, I think that was sort of it. That we knew that he's going to score. But hang on, that's a chance now for Messi. Great pass to Ruud Gullit. He's going to take that shot with his left foot. And that is GG's because Charanjot has scored that golden goal, Selvin. And we were talking about, you can see the excitement. I was jumping out of my chair literally because Bellingham had taken that shot in the previous attack. And what a save that was from Van der Sar. But straight off the corner, CJ wasting no time, doing that brilliant ball roll scoop turn from Mbappe, then playing it to Messi and into the path of Hullet, who is not going to miss inside the box. And commiserations to, of course, Saranj. Fantastic run in this tournament to be able to play with CJ at this level, with that sort of what do you call, the momentum that he had from all the matches that he'd played in the loser bracket, and meeting CJ now, of course, for a do or die situation was a very close call. Of course, Saranj has done a great job otherwise in the whole season, and he will know how it is like to be in these situations, being on the other side as well, because that's what helps you come back stronger. But on the other side, we have CJ winning the match, and of course, massive congratulations to him for moving into this next round. And Selvin, I think it's fair to say the way CJ played in both the two legs, I think he did deserve this goal.
Well, absolutely. First of all, congratulations to CJ. Another day, another epic story. I mean, I feel very bad for Saranj. What a great player. But to have to lose after making a comeback from 2-0 to 2-2, after all that he went through, to lose on a golden goal is never going to be easy. But I'm sure he is going to come back stronger than this. But talking about this game, congratulations to Charan Jyot. What a player, showing what nerves he's got, that he can always perform under pressure. And as we were discussing, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. And Charanjo, time and again, whenever you count him out, he always finds a way through. And he's just done that. That was not a very traditional or a very meta attack that he did. He just trusted himself, he trusted his players. And I think the players rewarded him for that trust. Congratulations once again, Charanjo. Three players remain now: Naveen, Sagnik, and Charanjot. Only one will be the champion of this event. But look, Manu, what an entertaining day of FIFA have we had today.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely fantastic, and I think it's fair to say all the winners that are here, all the three players that are here, have done this in a very good fashion. They truly deserve to be in this situation because, as we saw, Naveen, what a fantastic season he's had. Like I mentioned in the domestic league, and being the top scorer and winning the league as well. Making CJ drop down to the losers bracket. Of course, that was a very, very good game for Naveen. And now he's going to be facing Sagnik, who had beaten Akshat comprehensively in the other semi-final. And Sagnik, of course, it's a very big platform for him to perform in the finals. But whoever loses, Selvin, in that match, which we of course will be witnessing in the finals on Sunday, I feel that CJ, of course, is not someone who's just going to be letting this opportunity slip by. I think he's going to do all everything possible now to reset the bracket and play against the winner of that match. Because if it is Naveen, Selvin, you know how it is with Charanjot. If he's lost to someone in that tournament, exactly how it is with Saranj. We saw that against Akshat as well, conceding 9 goals in the winners' final, and now coming back and absolutely dominating the game in the losers. So I think that is going to be the case with CJ as well. And that is what makes this AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022 super exciting.
Well, absolutely it does. And talking about what makes this challenge super exciting, we will still have potentially three more clashes. We have the upper bracket finals, we'll have the lower bracket finals, and then the grand finals. All of them which will be taking place on Sunday. That is this Sunday, the 3rd of April, 5 p.m. onwards. In case you haven't followed the channel yet, make sure to follow us right away on Twitch. Make sure to connect with us on social media. You can see all the handles at the bottom of your screen. One more day of some epic FIFA actions. Three players left, possibly three more games left. And as you said, Charanjot, a wounded tiger right now. Naveen, the player in form. Sagnik, the player waiting to win a national tournament after a long time and to make his name and to create that legacy for himself. We have three different stories out here, and all three can lead to a great script and to a great ending to the AIFF eFootball 2022 challenge. Lokmanu, just before we go, your thoughts on the final day.
No, I think, Selvan, we've had a fantastic day today. It's all shaped up so well. It's so well poised for Sunday that I do believe all the winners, like I said, truly deserve to be here. Some fantastic performances, especially for Saranj. He's come from the losers bracket playing against some of the best players like Janasid and all the players who were there in the tournament. And he has fought his way through. And to lose out to Golden Goal, of course, is truly, truly heartbreaking. But the way Naveen Sagnik have played, and I think that's going to sum it up pretty well why they deserve to be in the final. And it is going to be a clash of the Titans on Sunday. I think if you have to ask me, my prediction is going to be Charanjot fighting from the losers bracket, resetting it, and writing another story in the history books. But of course, with Naveen and Sagnik proving that they're so good in this tournament, I think there is a chance where one of them gets crowned a national champion, probably for the first time at a national qualifier. Of course, Naveen winning the domestic league was the biggest achievement for him, but for Sagnik, I think it's going to be a very good opportunity.
Well, absolutely indeed. And I think once again, on behalf of me, Lok Manu, and the entire AIFF eFootball Challenge 2022 team, we would like to thank all of you for tuning in today, all the players that have participated in this tournament. An epic day of FIFA, something epic coming up in store for us on Sunday as well. We will see you on Sunday. Make sure you are here at 5 p.m. exactly, because you do not want to miss any action of any legs, because we promise you there'll be three games and three epic games of FIFA between these three players. And I just cannot wait till Sunday. We've exhausted all our energy today in the games, and I think we'll see you on Sunday. Have a great weekend ahead and take care.